Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every one of you guys hit that like or dislike button. Don't forget to put some motherfucking Coach K Duke full court pressure on that sub button if you're new to the channel, and be sure to ring that noti bell so you can be notified via email each and every time your boy E Thriller, aka Ham Rothstein, aka the Black Picasso, because I paint these pictures so vividly with my words on the sport of boxing whenever I feel like it. And once again, fight fans, ladies and gents, welcome back. Now, first things first, man, I want to give a quick shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream podcast on YouTube. I would also like to give a quick shout out to everybody that's in the fucking chat. Shouts out to y'all. Drop something in that bitch and let me know who up in here. Shout out to everybody that's watching this on my Facebook channel and my Twitch channel. But first things first, man, let's get into this real shit. So I dropped part 13 the other day. I think it was 3 days ago. And of course, the majority of you guys love the content and the material because, of course, your boy, the Black Picasso, I debunked all of the, he was sticking to the plan talk and, the 60-40 narrative and all that bullshit that Errol Spence, along with his fucking protection agency, they came up with, right? And of course, you got all kind of ignorant motherfuckers, mainly Errol Spence fans coming for your boy Thriller's neck, saying I don't know shit, saying that I'm lying, still ignoring all of the fucking facts that I presented to them on the fucking video. I mean, it just seems like at this point, man, it don't matter what we do. It don't matter what your boy Thriller say. It don't matter what pictures I fucking paint. At the end of the day, these niggas are still going to defend Errol Spence. They are going to defend Errol Spence. And I just got to come to grips with that shit because I ain't trying to change the niggas' mind. And I'm damn sure not here to be like. I don't understand why you niggas think I give a fuck if we agree or disagree. Because if I was just going along with the get along gang like Kwame Brown say, shout out to him, then I would be praising Errol Spence just like all of these other motherfuckers on YouTube, lying and capping for fucking cash apps and shit like that and super chats. But my job and my whole fucking entire mission on YouTube is, for one, make the fucking fights that we want to see. Two, put that motherfucking Coach K Duke full court pressure on all of these fucking boxers who walk around thinking that they big shit, who walk around contradicting themselves at every fucking turn. And it just so happened that fucking Errol Spence seems to be the biggest culprit at the moment. So, of course, it's my job, because everybody and their mama, at least us real and unbiased and objective fight fans, the real bosses of boxing, everybody and their mama want to see this fucking mega fight. And we don't want anything to come in the way of that. We don't want Errol Spence to lose the Ugas, even though I wouldn't be mad. I don't want the nigga to lose because I want Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. That's it. I don't want no fucking substitutions. I don't want no fucking 6 men coming in the game. No, I don't want Boots to get in the way. I don't want Virgil to get in the way. I don't want Ugas to get in the way. I don't want Canelo to get in the way. I don't want nobody at 154 to get in the way. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to get in the way of what us fight fans have been clamoring for 4 fucking years. For 4 years, y'all. I mean, let's keep it a buck. Outside of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder and fucking Triple G and Canelo, when was the last time have we had a super fight as fight fans? I wait. I will fucking wait. So again, you niggas can say what the fuck you want about your boy E Thriller, but I'm going to do my due diligence to apply the necessary pressure to anyone in Errol Spence's camp. This shit ain't personal. This is just boxing business. We want to see the best go up against the best. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand why part 13 got you niggas so goddamn tight. Why are you niggas so tight? I mean, your boy E Thriller is only here to clean up these YouTube streets. I'm only here to clean up the sport of boxing. You understand what I'm saying? But since you motherfucking Errol Spence fanboys, since y'all nut huggers love to talk about money and pay-per-view numbers and purse splits so goddamn much, right? Well, can any one of you members of the Errol Spence Protection Agency Committee explain to me why Errol Spence, aka The Truth, aka The Big Fish, self-proclaimed, ain't said anything, and I repeat, anything in terms of Ugas' resume or lack thereof? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I will fucking wait. Can somebody, anybody in the chat, make that make sense for your boy, your Thriller? Because isn't it funny how everything between Errol Spence and Ugas has been on some hush hush, on the down low type shit? Like, I mean, goddamn, R. Kelly and Mr. Biggs ain't got shit on these niggas because we ain't heard nothing about purse splits. We ain't heard nothing about pay-per-view numbers. We ain't heard Errol's fans coming to his defense, shitting on your Danish Ugas. We ain't heard that Ugas hadn't earned a shot. He ain't did shit at welterweight. We ain't heard none of that whole shit. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, where's all the A side and the B side, 60-40, 70-30, 55-45, or your boy, hey, you gonna make me 80-20 a nigga? Where's all that shit, Earl? I mean, inquiring minds would love to know. I mean, I'm just saying, because if you let Errol Spence tell it, along with his ridiculous fan base, these niggas are so quick to remind us, the objective and unbiased fight fans, who just want to see Errol greatness tested against the absolute best opposition the world has to offer, which is who? Terrence Bud Crawford. And vice versa could be said about Terrence Crawford. And the purses in the pay-per-view sales, whenever it comes to a fight with Terrence Crawford, that shit seems to always come up. And I just want to know why. Why? Why are you niggas doing this shit? Because do you niggas not understand that y'all are providing another obstacle, another roadblock into derailing the biggest fight that's left in the sport of boxing that most of us all want? I mean, maybe the Errol Spence fans don't want the shit. Maybe that's why they come at your boy E-Thriller so goddamn hard. Because, I mean, your boy the Black Picasso, I ain't gonna call him out. I mean, they act like I ain't gonna call him out on the fuck shit. Because I said it before, and I'll say it again, y'all. Y'all already know my slogan. And it goes a little something like this. The boxing gods don't like ugly. They don't like ugly. And I'm just letting you niggas know, everybody that love and support Errol Spence, I'm not talking about the objective Errol Spence fans, because I mean, there's a few of them out there. It's not that many, but it's a short few. I'm not talking about y'all niggas. I'm talking about the niggas that can't own up and just man up and say, you know what? Errol is my guy, but this nigga ain't moving the same way he was moving when he was chasing Keith Thurman around with the fucking slick back with the ponytail, wearing the tight ass suits. Oh, I do you one better. He ain't keeping that same energy for Terrence Crawford that he had with Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. You know, the shit that I highlighted in parts 1 through 13 about how he was bitching and moaning and complaining, saying, hey, I'm giving these niggas calls. Ain't nobody answering the call. That's why I'm fighting Lamont Peterson. You understand what I'm saying? He was whining, bitching, and moaning and complaining, saying, I got a belt now. You know, these dudes still don't want to give me a shot. We all with Al Heyman. Whoop-de-fucking-do. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure out, where is that same energy? Where is that same energy? I mean, why can't y'all niggas hold that nigga accountable? That's all I want. That's all I want. I'm not telling you not to root for the guy. I'm not telling you not to like the guy. Hell, I've been on record and I stand by this firm, and I don't give a fuck or two shits on who like this or don't like it. I want everybody who follows my fucking channel to stream Errol Spence versus Jordanis Ugas, because we cannot, and I repeat, we cannot allow Errol Spence to continue to run around this bitch acting like he's Canelo Alvarez, because let's be honest, it's only one real fucking big star, superstar, that is Cash Cow. Whether you niggas like it or love it, hate it or love it, I don't give a fuck. But we just got to call a spade on your boy E-Thriller channel. That is Canelo Alvarez. It isn't an Errol Spence. It isn't a Terrence Crawford. It ain't no fucking Gervonta Tank Davis. We just seen Jake Paul fucking numbers and Tyron Woodley shit flop harder than James Harden. You understand what I'm saying? That shit did what? 135, 165,000 buys? I mean, I was shocked. And a round of a fucking applause for all of you real fight fans who did not succumb or buy that bullshit ass fight. Because we can already see the play with Jake Paul. I'm not hating on the brother. I wish him well. But I'm just saying, man, like, we see the play. We see, nigga, you ain't fighting no real boxers. You fighting ex-UFC fighters and niggas that's not even been active. You fought fucking Nate Robinson. I mean, really, are you kidding me? I mean, don't make me fart from laughing so fucking hard. He knocked out Nate Robinson, y'all. I mean, whoop-de-fucking-do. I mean, what do you want me to get you? A fucking box of Chips Ahoy? I mean, kudos to you. But I'm not falling for none of the D-Wade pump fakes. I know this shit is coming, D-Wade. I know you're driving left and you're going to pump fake 1 or 2 times before you try to draw the foul. I'm just sliding my feet. I'm holding my hand straight up. Nigga, I'm going to just make you earn this tough shot. That's what I'm doing. So thank God for you real and objective fight fans, because we are taking the sport back in which that we love. And shout out to everybody in this bitch, man. Look, it looked like I got about 40 to 50 people up in this bitch. I got 40 likes. Hey, even if you don't agree with your boy E-Thriller, can you please hit that like button? Please, please, please. I am going to give each and every one of you guys an opportunity to come on my goddamn panel and to pop your shit, whether you love or hate me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. But you guys got to appreciate this shit, because I give it to you real, raw, rough, and rugged. You understand what I'm saying? And if you don't agree with me, I'll let you come on and speak your piece. Now, I'm going to shut the shit down 9 times out of 10, but I will let everybody come on and speak their piece. So please hit that like button. Please, please, please. Now, back to what I was talking about. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, the boxing guys don't like ugly, y'all. And I have been watching your Ugas fights all fucking day. And I've been trying to figure out, what kind of, what strengths does he have and what type of shit can he do to exploit the limitations of an Errol Spence? Because everybody know, I'm going to be honest, Errol Spence is a good fighter, but he ain't great. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't knocking my socks off. The motherfucker don't move his head. He throws a lazy, flimsy jab 9 times out of 10, and he's trying to work you to the body and pin you on the ropes. I mean, we all know Errol Spence's game. And don't forget the fucking nut shots. We got to factor in the nut shots. And isn't it funny now I'm thinking about that? How this nigga was bitching and moaning and complaining, to the public and to the referee, talking about, oh, Sean Porter is a dirty fighter and all this, that, and the third, right? Only to turn around and to hit Sean Porter with low blow after low blow after low blow. I mean, the ref never warned the nigga. The ref stopped the fight a couple of times. Even Sean Porter looked at the ref like, nigga, can you do something about this shit? Can you give this nigga a warning? I mean, Earl was just in all his nigga balls. I mean, pause. I'm just saying. I mean, Terrence Crawford didn't have to do that shit. Terrence Crawford was just dinging on Sean Porter. I mean, he wanted to fight clean, fair, and square. But I mean, oh my God, the fucking walking contradiction that Errol Spence is, he did everything he said Sean Porter was going to do. I mean, I'm just saying, but I digress on that point. But I've been watching your Ugas, man, and I must say, I think your Ugas really has a legitimate shot, y'all, because he is going to be there right in the pocket, flat-footed as fuck, waiting for Errol Spence to throw that jab so he can step to the right or slide to the left and counter him with the right hand. He has a real good right hand. Very fucking good timing, if I must say so myself. Pardon me. And then Errol Spence, he's going to try to outwork. I think that's mainly the only advantage he has over your Ugas. He is going to throw a lot of punches and volume, and your Ugas is kind of, slow and methodical. He's going to pick his shots. He's a slow starter, kind of similar to Terrence Crawford in a way. You understand what I'm saying? And I think your Ugas, man, could make it a very interesting fight, y'all. I'm not saying the man is going to win. I'm not saying he's going to knock Earl out. But I do think Errol Spence may be in for a dog fight. The nigga might be walking into a dog fight, trying to go the fucking easier route. Because once again, the boxing guys don't like ugly, man. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. I've been hearing rumblings about Errol Spence. I'm not going to call any names. I'm not going to say who told me this shit. But let me just say this. I seen some shit with my own 2 eyes, and I didn't like what I saw. So I don't know how dedicated the man is to the sport of boxing. I still don't. And I really feel sorry for him, because where are the niggas in his camp? Like, can somebody get this nigga on a straight and narrow road? I'm just saying, if you really care about the nigga, tell this nigga to make the goddamn fight so he can go ahead and get his biggest fucking payday, so he can build a bigger ranch, so he can get some more cows, some more horses, some chickens and shit like that, so he can do all that weird shit they be like to do outside of the ring, right? But can he just please give us fight fans the shit that we've been wanting to see? I'm just saying. But back to your Ugas, man, I think he really could play spoiler. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. I got 64 people in here with 56 likes. If you are in the chat and if you haven't hit the like button, it only takes 2 seconds. Just log out and hit the like button and come back in. Please, 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 please do not be rude. And shout out to my dog, AB3, for that Cash App. I really appreciate that, bro. Hey, let me know what's your name in the chat, man, so I can put you up, so I can blow you up on the spot, man. I appreciate that cash out. I really do. Shit goes a long way towards the show. But back to what I was saying, man. Errol Spence is playing a real dangerous game, y'all. He's playing a real dangerous game. I really don't like what the nigga is doing. I don't like how he's moving. And Jordanis Ugas, man, if he doesn't come in and lay down, if he really comes in to try to take the fight to an Errol Spence, I think he can upset him. I think Jordanis Ugas is a fucking matchup nightmare for both fighters, honestly. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to keep it a buck. Ugas can beat both of these niggas, man. It's a fucking high risk, low reward fight. Yeah, you can try to get the WBA belt, but why not go ahead and get the biggest fight in the sport out the fucking way? I mean, I'm just saying. I guess it's too late to be crying over spilled milk, but those are just my thoughts, man. But let me go to the chat, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to read as many comments as I can, and then once I read most of the good comments, I am going to drop the link in the chat. If somebody want to come on and rock with your boy E-Thriller, it's going to be an open panel discussion. Of course, we got to keep the yelling at each other and talking over each other to a minimum. Pause. Let me get some water, y'all. So everybody in the chat that's listening to the show, whether they may be at work, driving in the car, at home, working out, so they can all hear everybody fucking point. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So let me get to this fucking chat. Shout out to Lash Puma Skills. I see you in the building, man. He said it should be lit. I appreciate that, bro. Shout out to Mayiko Golden. I have a question. What happened to Maidana about his eye? LOL. I guess he took his money for the fake eye injury and laying low. That's a good question, bro. That's a good question. I don't know. Somebody drop some in the chat, man. I don't have the answer to that. Mayiko, I guess that's your name. But salute. Shout out to my boy Low Life. He said, yeah, that got swept under. I forgot Maidana was supposed to fight Ugas. That is a fact. Inquiring minds would love to know. Shout out to Zachary in the building. He said Maidana is a savage when he's on the juice. Okay. Shout out to Mar the Machine in the building. I see you, man. I appreciate you for tapping in with your boy, the Black Picasso. Salute, salute, salute. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Please, please, please. I got 65 people in here with 62 likes. Hit that like button for your boy, E-Thriller. Please. Shout out to my boy Duty Left in the building. He said we ready. I appreciate that, my G. Salute. Shout out to Sam. I see you, man. Salute. Sam said, let's have some AB talk. What you mean, Adrian Broner? Let me know. Drop something else in the chat, bro. Shout out to my boy Big Ace, man. I see. He said, sup, E3. What's popping, my G? Salute. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Can y'all hear me pretty good? Because it looked like my Wi-Fi going in and out on my shit. I don't know why. Because I got the fucking best Wi-Fi money can buy, AT&T fiber. So I don't be going about the StreamYard shit. Y'all drop something in the chat and let me know if I'm going in and out, man, because this shit's starting to piss me off. Shout out to my boy Bleak. He said that Noti bell, you got to ring that motherfucker, man. I'm going to say it every goddamn intro, every goddamn show. You already know the routine. Salute to my bro Bleak. Salute. Shout out to my boy Rebel Life. Hey, man, after this stream is over, make sure y'all go sub up to my boy Rebel Life, man. He said, Big Thriller, salute, salute. Sub up to my boy Rebel Life, man. Y'all see it right here. Sub, sub, sub. Drop your link in the chat, Rebel Life. Shout out to my boy WJ Luckin, and also shout out for that cash out earlier today, bro. I really, really appreciate all of your love and support, bro. I really do, man. That shit really goes a long way, man. It really does. He said, yes, they in their feelings. You keep destroying their false narratives. 100 emoji signs and a fire emoji. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, you know, understand what I'm saying? I mean, I take it. I ain't tripping on the shit. I ain't here to be liked anyway. I'm just here to tell the fucking truth. Because it's a lot of motherfuckers on YouTube spinning a bunch of bullshit every goddamn day. I mean, niggas just make up anything. No links, no fucking legitimate sources. Niggas just saying anything. And your boy E-Thriller, I don't do that shit. Y'all know I like to come with receipts. And I'm the king of whooping a motherfucker with his own words. I mean, I must give myself a pat on the back. I'm just saying. Shout out to my boy David John, man. I see you. He said, E-Thriller the done. Salute. I appreciate you for pulling up, man. Shout out to my dog Demetrius, man. He said, what up, E-Thriller? Hit that like button. Please, please, please hit that like button. Shout out to Wendell Jackson. He said, new sub, E3, like button, smash. I appreciate that, bro. Salute. Hey, yo, it looked like I just got a cash app. Shout out to my boy T's boxing spot for that $10 cash app. I'm trying to figure out how to put this shit on the board, on the thing. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I don't know why this shit not coming up. He said, showing some support for the stream. I don't know how to pull this shit up. T's boxing spot, but I appreciate that $10 cash out, bro. Salute. Where was I? Shout out to Wendell, man. I appreciate that sub too. Let me see. Why this shit ain't, hold on, y'all. God damn, this shit tripping. Hold on. Let me fix some shit real quick. And I'm gonna get back to the comment section. Hold on, man. Oh, that's why. Okay, that's slow. I don't know why that shit be turning on. Anyway, we should be good. Hopefully that fixed that shit. I don't know. But shout out to my boy Lash Puma. Hey man, I rinsed you up. I'm not sure if I already said it. I just be rambling, but I rinsed you up, bro. So you should see a wrench by your name. Salute. I appreciate that cash out the other night, man. I really do. Shout out to Davy John with the fucking $4.99 cash app. I really appreciate that, big homie. Salute. It goes a long way. Shout out to my boy Albert in the building. He said, love this shit. Keep your foot on their neck about the fuckery. Yes, sir, I will do. I got another video coming out, man. And I hope these niggas don't think I'm going to stop because part 14, I mean, I can drop this shit, I mean, whenever. I mean, y'all just let your boy E-Thriller know. If y'all want me to drop part 14, drop some motherfucking number 14s in the goddamn chat. And I do my best to go ahead and get that shit out to y'all as soon as possible. I ain't going to rush it because I want the shit to be great, but I'm going to try my absolute best to get that shit out quick, fast, and in a hurry. But salute to Albert. Shout out to Dragon Leg. I see you, boy. Salute. I appreciate you for tapping in. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Albert said, love this shit. Okay, he already said that. Bleak said, keeping the content authentic. Ain't no better show on YouTube. Hey, man, I really appreciate that. I really do. And shout out to my boy Kevin Williamson for the cash out, bro. I really appreciate that. Salute. Man, y'all showing up and showing out for your boy E-Thriller tonight. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to my boy Woo36. Hey, yo, man. For the record, I heard you coming to my defense the other day, bro, on another channel, man. So I appreciate all of your love and support, man, because I would do the same thing for y'all when fuck niggas try to do fuck shit. So salute to you, Woo36. I appreciate you, bro. Woo36 said, boo-hoo Ray got curved by the big fish. Yeah, man. Ain't that some shit? But what does that say about Errol Spence? Because, I mean, as much as I would love to clown the nigga because, you know, he be doing a lot of funny style shit. I'm talking about in terms of the guy that you just mentioned. I did hear that nigga. Well, actually, I heard Errol Spence, rather, on an interview say that nigga be having him doing 700 push-ups in 30 minutes. And it sounds like to me, Errol Spence don't really want to work. I mean, it sounds like to me, the nigga is cutting corners. So, I mean, I'm kind of siding with Blu-ray on that shit. I mean, if the nigga had you at 11 wins, 11 knockouts, then why the fuck would you change it? I mean, can somebody make that shit make sense for me? So honestly, I'm kind of with the boy, what you call him, Boo-Hoo Ray, because yeah, that nigga did look real flabby and sick, like Larry Holmes in my Tupac voice. But yeah, it sounds like Earl is cutting corners, man. But we'll just see. But does this mean? Let me ask y'all this, Woo36. Does this mean that now that he's not working with Blu-ray, a guy that got him to 11 KOs? In 11 wins, that he's not going to stop Jordanis Ugas? I'm just throw that out there. Y'all let me know in the chat. Shout out to my boy Dolomite with the $2 super chat. He said, hit that like button. I appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate that super chat. Shout out to Lash Puma. He said, you don't hear nothing because Spence wants to fight. He doesn't want Bud. Okay. Shout out to my boy Silence King. He said, what up, B? What's popping, my guy? Salute. Shout out to my boy Baby Juju, one of my biggest and loyal supporters. He said, salute, E-Thriller. What's popping, my guy? I appreciate you for tapping in all the time. Woo said, I wonder how much on the back end Earl's going to have to pay back Al for paying to get this fight made. That's a good point. That's another thing. That's a hell of a point, bro. I wonder how much step-aside money they paid Stanionis. I mean, inquiring minds would want to know. I mean, Earl, Al, PBC, the fucking fanagers out here that run around and cap for Earl and tell us his numbers and pay-per-view splits and he's the A-side and all that type of shit. Why y'all niggas ain't got no answers for that? I'm just saying, good point. Y'all just going back and forth. Wendell says Spence don't want the smoke. It's too obvious at that point. Big facts. Hey, man, I don't know why these super chats not coming up, bro. Can y'all see these super chats whenever I click on them? Shout out to my boy Ant Kid 78, man, for the $10 donation. He said, Keep them likes up for the Black Picasso who paint them pictures so vividly with the word salute. Hey, I appreciate you, and Kid. I really appreciate all of your love and support, man. Salute, salute, salute. Where we at? Let me get some water. Hold on, y'all. Dragon Leg said facts. I appreciate that. Where we at? God damn, this shit moving fast. Shout out to Mike, man. He said 11 wins. That weight bull was fighting Buzz Boys. Okay, I guess you saying weight bully. But shout out to you, Mike. I see. Salute. Baby Juju said, I'm Kev, by the way. E3, laugh out loud. I sent that $1. Oh, okay. I appreciate you, bro. I really appreciate that, man. Salute, baby Juju. I just got that shit. Salute. Bet. Appreciate that. Okay, y'all just going back and forth. Shout out to Thurman, man. I see your boy. He said they paid the WBA and Stanionis. Facts. Shit crazy, bro. Shit crazy. Who said Bud should hire Boohoo Ray just for the fuck of it? Yeah, but I heard that nigga say he'll never work with nobody that's gonna go against the big fish. So I don't think he'll do that. But yeah, that would be some funny ass shit, wouldn't it? Bluefish got shout out to Sanctus. He said Bluefish got dumped by Big Wish. That boy Wish Crawford skipped 147 and went to 154. Damn. Albert says Spence is an ABC fighter. Anybody but Crawford. I'm AB3. Good point. That's what it seemed like. That's exactly what that shit seemed like. God damn, why my shit going slow as fuck? Hold on, y'all. But yeah, man, let me go ahead and drop the link, man. Somebody want to come on and rap with your boy Thriller, man. Get it popping. The link is in the chat. I think I done read all the comments. I can't tell because this shit going so goddamn slow. Shout out to my dog, Mr. IOTBA, man. He said, my guy, salute, salute, salute. I appreciate you for tapping in, my guy. Salute to the GOAT. Shout out to my boy, Nitty Bone 313. He said, Sprints put that bag up to duck the Bud smoke. Facts. Big facts. Let me go to this, man. I don't know why my shit not showing up. That shit weird as fuck. But yeah, man, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button for your boy, Thriller. But yeah, man, the link in the chat. If somebody want to come on and pop their shit and speak their piece, man. If not, then shit, I'm going to get on down, man, and get on about my day. Shout out to IOTBA. He said, you the new wave, Thriller. Hey, man, I really appreciate that, man, especially coming from you, bro. I really appreciate that. I get a kick out of listening to your shit. And, man, shit, you be having me up laughing. Me and my son was crying laughing last night. Boy, you did that Justin Timberlake. That shit was classic, man. If y'all haven't done so already, man, go sub up to the big homie IOTBA Boxer, man. And the Spit Bucket Podcast, which is dropping January the 2nd or 3rd. I'm not sure, but drop that link in the chat. IO, drop that link in the chat, bro. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's watching this on Twitch. Shout out to everybody that's watching this on Facebook. Shout out to my dog, B-Mac. Hey, yo, the link in the chat, big bro. Go ahead and click on, man, so you can pop your shit. You know the people come to listen to you, boy. Click on that link. Matter of fact, let me drop the link again. Let me see. Link in the chat, y'all. Shout out to Dub C Mo. He said Errol don't want it. He hope Father Time comes for Bud soon, and then he might fight him. They want to age Bud out. Yeah, that's what it's seeming like, bro. That's exactly what it's seeming like. Salute, salute, salute. Let's see. Shout out to AB. He said if Errol wins, he still won't fight Bud. He going to go to his ranch. Bud should just go after winner of Charlo versus Castano. Yeah, I'll do you one better, man. I would honestly, I said it on one of my last few live streams. If I was Bud, I would just wait. I wouldn't go fight nobody else. And isn't it funny? I'm starting to see more and more videos on what is Terrence Crawford going to do. Is he going to fight Boots? Boots is available. Virgil Ortiz. I mean, why all of a sudden y'all niggas want Terrence Crawford to fight fucking Boots? I mean, god damn, these niggas want to play Vince McMahon. They want to be matchmakers. They want to put Terrence Bud Crawford in a fucking gauntlet with everybody. But then they swear up and down that Errol Spence is doing all the goddamn heavy lifting. I mean, make that shit make sense. I don't get it. Shout out to my boy Anthony, man. He said Blu-ray was doing too much. Spence was like, all you doing is pissing off Bud and making shit worse. Good point. Hey, yo, man, I got 75 people in this bitch, man. Let's try to get these likes up to 100, man. if you're in the chat, if you haven't hit that like button, if you come on the panel, and if you haven't hit that like button, pardon me, please, please, please click the like button. It only takes a second, y'all. Even if you agree or disagree with me, I ain't tripping on that. Just hit the like button. IOTBA said, thanks, E-Thriller, January 2nd, my God. Yeah, drop that link in the chat, bro. Make sure y'all sub up to the Spit Bucket Podcast. My big homie doing big things, man. I'm always show love and support. Drop that link in the chat, bro. Yeah, okay. Billy Ware said, Errol Spence is running from Boots and Crawford. Facts. Big facts. Nick Bone said, preach E-Thriller. I appreciate that, bro. I really do. Okay, y'all just going back and forth. AB said, if you're in here, hit that like button. Yeah, man, please, please hit that like button. Please. Wu said, told y'all EJ acting like AJ. Porter and Boots are his dealing in white. Okay, yeah, you did say that on the last live stream. Yeah, man, we got to see how this shit plays out, man. Kevin Jones, shout out to you, boy. He said Bud would have the exact same problems at 154. You say PBC stronghold. Yep, that's a good point. Because even if he move up, unless he becomes like a mandatory or some shit, he ain't even gonna be able to fight Jamel. He ain't gonna be able to fight that nigga. Not as long as Al Heyman running the shit. I don't see it. I know there was a lot of rumors saying that Jamel offered Bud 50-50, which I have yet to see an article on that. But if that's the case, I don't believe it. I don't believe that shit. Let me see. Albert said they just replaced Sean Porter's name with Boots. Okay. Let me see. Mike said Spence will fight Ortiz before Bud. Yeah, I can see that happening. B-Max said, I'm in the hospital, my brother, listening from, oh, man, God bless, bro. I'm going to hit you up after this shit, bro. I hope you all right, bro. I appreciate you for tapping in, man. But shout out to my boy Lash Puma Skills live on the chat with E-Thriller, man. Holla at me. How you feeling?
What's up, Slim?
Man, what's popping, man? First of all, I appreciate that cash out the other day, bro. Salute.
Oh, no problem.
Go ahead, man. Pop your shit. What you got to say?
Hey, we keep repeating ourselves, so I don't really got too much to say. I just want to see the fight. Bud and Spence.
Okay. But well, what about in terms of Ugas and Errol Spence? How do you see that shit playing out?
I think Ugas gonna have an upset.
So you got Ugas winning.
Yep, going the distance.
Wow. Okay, so you say going the distance. Do you believe that the judges will give him a nod over Errol, the Truth Spence?
I think it's gonna be a convincing win, but it's still gonna go the distance.
Oh, wow. So when you say convincing, Lash Puma, I just want to make sure you're on record. Are you saying like 8 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5, 9 rounds to 3?
I'm doing 9-3.
Wow. So damn, you don't think Errol Spence is going to be the same guy? Basically, nope. That's basically what you're saying.
Nope, I don't think so. I think it's gonna be to me, it's gonna be a sleeper. I think he trade pick going wrong.
Wow.
He wasted money.
Wouldn't it be poetic justice for that shit to happen? Because he been fucking around with the sport of boxing. I mean, wouldn't that be poetic justice for that to happen? I wouldn't be mad.
No.
I wouldn't be mad at all. But shout out to Dolomite, man. He said, I'm tired of matchmaking just for them to still not give credit and take a complete shit on a fighter afterwards when the results don't go their way. Good point. I agree, Dolomite. Salute to you. AB said they can't duck him in more than one weight class. Then they'll look like real. So I don't think they care, AB. I don't think they give a fuck about that. B-Max said, I can't go lie. Damn, bro. I sure hate you can't come on with me. The shit don't even feel right, honestly. But man, make sure you rest up, bro, and get better. Salute. Shout out to Joseph, man. He said they said Bud wasn't ready for sprints, but Boots supposed to be ready for Bud and hasn't proved nothing yet. Good points. That's a hell of a point. Baby Juju said, if Spence lose, does he retire? That's a good question. I don't know. What you think, Lash Poon?
I don't know. It's gonna be retirement, but it's going to put him in the back burner a little bit. You know, like nobody gonna look at him because they're gonna say, well, the fight gonna be with him and his Bud is gonna be like nothing now. He gonna lose that. He gonna lose the status.
Yeah, I think if Earl lose, man, I don't know if he will retire, but he definitely won't be looked at the same, especially if he lose to Ugas. It'll be one thing to lose to Terrence Crawford because in most people's opinion, that's the best fighter in the world, right? So, but if he were to lose to Ugas, and it really depends on the fashion in which he lose, I mean, he could be wrecked. I don't know. We'll just have to see. That's a good question. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
He be looking like Thurman.
Yeah, kind of like Keith Thurman. Shout out to World Free, man. He said my boy at BMAC, he good. Yeah, man. Everybody make sure y'all send y'all best wishes to BMAC, man. Salute. Shout out to Clockwork. He said Al Heyman made all the moves to maximize Earl's rewards and minimize his risk. He's fighting a dude with 4 losses for the WBA, while Terrence might have to face Ennis, Ortiz, or Norwood Ward. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. But once again, I don't think Bud got to do shit. He got his mandatory out the way. Really, all he got to do is sit back and wait. But hey, man, I got 80 plus people up in this bitch, man. Get the likes up, man. Let's get the likes up to 100. Please, please, please. If you're new to the channel, sub up and please hit that like button on your way in. Please. And Kiss said, get well, B-Mac. Facts, man. Big facts. Kev said, Mel Jamal. He said, Mel Charlo, only real motherfucker over that side. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the praise that Errol Spence gets, I think should go to Charlo. I mean, even though I don't like Charlo, I feel like Charlo is one of the motherfuckers that's a dog, man, and he'll fight. He avenged his loss. He ran that shit right back. Well, tried to, but I think Tony Harrison had to take a little time off of some shit. I think he hurt his ankle, right? And then he came back in and shit. They ran it back and he won. But shout out to AB live on the chat with the Black Picasso. Holler at me, bro. How you feeling?
I'm good. How y'all doing today? What's up? What's up, Picasso?
Shit, man. What's popping, man? Go ahead and pop your shit.
Oh, like last Puma said, you know what I'm saying? I just want to see the fight. Now, I've been going back watching a couple Ugas fights, and I gotta agree with last Puma. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know about 9-3, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ugas put them paws on Errol Spence, because Ugas is a very good counterpuncher, and Spence don't like to get counterpunched. He kind of balls up, and Ugas counterpunches to the body a lot.
Yep. Yeah, Errol Spence tends to shell up whenever fire is coming in his way, and I think Ugas can take advantage of his body. But the same can be said for Ugas too, because he kind of going that high guard defense too. So see, man, but he definitely has a shot. I watched 5 fights today, and I think he's an excellent counterpuncher. He's a very patient guy. I think the only knock on him going up against Errol Spence is his lack of punch output. Other than that, I mean, he can do some shit.
Oh, his feet. You check his feet. He got good feet now.
Yeah, but he's there to be hit too. He gonna.
Oh yeah, he there to be hit. No doubt, he there to be hit.
Hey, I like Ugas. He is not going to get on his bike. So Earl gonna come forward. Ugas gonna be right there. So it should be a rock'em sock'em fight. We'll see.
Yeah, but Ugas, I give him like a little, as far as defensively, I give him like a slight edge defensively, because he does move a little better his head, and he got better feet than Earl. But offensively, I mean, it depends on which Earl we're gonna see.
I mean, one thing we gotta all ask each other is that I gonna hold up? First of all, that's a big what if. I don't know. Will the eye hold up? I don't know. But shout out to Sam, man. He said, I'm a male fan too. I always like the style, aggressive, solid fundamentals. Woo 36 said, an Ugas right hand detaches both retinas. Let me go out to Guzzy, man. You live on the chat with the Black Picasso. Holler at me, bro.
What's up, baby? What's going on?
What's popping, bro? Hey, man. Hey, did you get your audio straight? Because the last time this shit was fucking up the show, bro.
Look how it sound right now. How it sounding? It's pretty straight.
It might be because you on Bluetooth. Like take me off of Bluetooth. Maybe that'll make it a little better.
Hold up, let me see. Damn, I ain't even. Let me see.
I can hear you out here, but it's like an echo when somebody else talks.
Okay, damn, because I ain't got it on Bluetooth. I'm trying to see, is it something I need to press at the bottom? It's good though. How it sounding?
Yeah, you good. I'm gonna mute myself. Go ahead and pop the shit. Go ahead.
Say, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. As much as I hate to get on here tonight and say this, bro, I watch your last one where you know your proof that Errol is ducking Bud. You heard me? I watched that one. I watched it.
You ain't watched
I ain't gonna lie.
Hold on. You ain't watched my other shit?
I watched all of them. I saw all of them. But the one I agree, I'm calling to let you know I kind of agree with some of the ones on the last one.
Okay.
I hate to say this. I agree. Like, I was watching just like the one where, when Stephen A asked him and, he that will happen and this, all this. And then the part where he told Bud, go get a strap. Bud went got a strap. Now it's another thing. The energy is different. I don't get me wrong. I kind of agree with some of them, but I just overheard you say you giving Ugas a shot against Spence.
Yes, I definitely just said that. Go ahead.
Say, boy, I tell you, boy.
I mean, what's wrong with that? I mean, are we gonna sit up here and act like Ugas is a scrub?
Don't get me wrong. He nice, but it's levels to this, man. You already know that, man. Come on, man. It's levels to it.
With that
only shot I'm giving Ugas. Only shot.
Guzzy. Not to cut you off, we don't know if Errol is the same guy. I don't know that. He got to show it to me. He got to prove it.
But I tell you this though, he beat Porter. He beat Porter and Garcia. If he was 80% in those fights right there, and what he put on and the performance he did on those two fights, and if that's just 80%, Ugas in for a long fucking night.
Nah, if he fight Ugas like he fought Sean Porter, I don't know about that one.
You feel me, man?
And I'm gonna be.
You know what? I didn't think of that. You know what? You're right. But,
hold on, listen, if we being fair, hold on, not to cut you off, bro. I'm gonna let you cook. Not to cut you off, but then I'm gonna go to T's boxing spot because I love to hear him pop shit. But not to cut you off. Let's keep it a buck. Errol didn't look too hot against Sean Porter.
The only reason y'all saying that is because it went the distance. If he would have stopped Porter, y'all wouldn't be saying that. Everybody would be like, "Oh, he's back. He's back." The only reason everybody's saying that is because it went the distance.
But
you feel me?
Errol saying, I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna go the easier route and knock out Sean Porter. Did he not say?
Oh, you know what? See that there? And look, I hate that you did that because look, that's the one I forgot. That's the one I would forgot.
I'm not making this shit up. Your boy don't lie about nothing.
Nah, you real. You real. I give you that. You that one right there, and that's what kind of threw me off too. I'm like, why he said that? You heard me? Why did you say that? You heard me? You really got people out here, fending for you. Why would you? And then, oh man, that was one of them too, man. That one right there too, man. Damn, bro.
Hey,
as much because
I was rooting for Errol that fight. I was still a fan of Errol.
Damn, man. But damn. But I feel like the only thing I'm gonna give Ugas on this is that it'll go the distance. I don't see him pulling it off. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. Ugas got a nice style too, and like you said, Ugas supply that pressure too. You feel me? He'll fight forward. Yeah, he'll fight forward type fighter too. You see what I'm saying? So it's just I don't see him pulling it off though. You feel me? I can't see it. You did.
You're entitled to your opinion, man. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just here to pop my shit. That's all.
Right. I feel that. I respect that. But like I said, I saw that last one, man, and it's a couple of them. See, I can't get them off the head, but it's a couple of them that made me be like, damn, this nigga ain't lying. You hear me? Hey, man.
Come on anytime, man. Being that objective.
All right, that's love. That's love, man. That's love, brothers. That's love, man. All right. Yeah, man. From there, no, man.
All my niggas in the NO, man. The 504, man. Hey, that's
what sound.
That's my second home away from home. I love niggas out there, man. That's
what sound, bro. You hear me? You know the love is mutual, big dog. The love is mutual, brother. You heard me? The love is mutual, man.
Put you on mute, bro. And then I'm gonna go to T's boxing spot, and then I'm gonna go to mosquito spray, and then I'm gonna bring everybody back on.
All right, that's love. I'm here.
What's going on, brother?
T's boxing spot. You live on the chat with the Black Picasso. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good. Thanks for having me on, man.
Anytime, man. Go ahead and pop your shit, bro. Break it down.
Well, for the gentleman talking about Ugas not standing a chance, I think that's an interesting opinion. I tell you right now, what's interesting about Ugas is a lot of people don't know, even though I think he's the same height as Spence, he's actually got a really short reach at 69 inches, which is actually why he was able to do so well against Pacquiao on the inside. You see, a lot of people thought that he would have just kept him on the outside under the assumption that he's tall, he's got the reach advantage, but Ugas has really short arms, which gives him a lot of good leverage on body shots on the inside, similar to a Spence. So looking at Spence's style and seeing how he works off of the jab aggressively, he doesn't really use it. He doesn't use it in a strategic manner like a Floyd or a Crawford per se. He uses it as a volume weapon to work his way in and then to mount a sustained body attack. But what'll be nice to see in this fight is both guys are prolific body punchers, and then you have one that's got more leverage because he's got shorter arms. So I could easily see him drawing Spence in, doing his best to negate that jab, and then mounting his own version of his own sustained body attack against Spence. Now, something that I think a lot of people missed that wasn't fully expounded on in the Danny Garcia fight that I noticed, Spence doesn't really like it to the body.
I noticed that too, bro. I watched that fight yesterday. Good point.
And when I saw that, I said, that's interesting. Now I'll tell you what's interesting about that. Do I think he's like a Keith Thurman to the body? No, I don't think he's that type of weak to the body. But the fact that it made him uncomfortable when, Danny was able to connect, I'll be honest, I think per one punch at 147, Terrence Crawford hits harder than Danny. Danny Garcia, in my opinion, was exactly what I thought he was when Spence got in the ring with him, and that was a tune-up. I think Danny was highly elite at 140, and then I think when he got up to 147, his power didn't properly carry up with him. So the lack of foot movement, the lack of head movement, the lack of athleticism and ring generalship, it wasn't gonna carry anymore because his power wasn't there to back him up against guys that have elite level athleticism. So as far as Spence versus Ugas, I actually have that 55-45 in favor of Spence, but that's a pretty decent margin, man. Meaning that Ugas, and I said this on the last panel, I feel Ugas is arguably one of the most improved fighters at welterweight. Yes, he has 4 losses, and I think people focus on that way too much. But we're talking about a guy, like I said earlier in another panel, who collapsed Sean Porter, and the ref wasn't looking, turned around and thought it was a slip in the corner and waved it off. We see people, talk about the meme machine knockdown with Terrence Crawford, but I think that collapsing from Ugas was a little bit more decisive than what happened with him and Kavaliauskas. So with that being said, we can't count out a guy fully who went in there and arguably beat Porter and got the best of Porter in almost every exchange. Spence didn't get the better of Porter in every exchange. And I get it. People are going to come on here and say, oh, well, he didn't train for this fight, that fight, and that fight. Well, okay, what the fuck is boxing about? You're supposed to be disciplined. I'm not here to make excuses for another grown man on why he didn't perform up to par in 3 fucking separate fights consecutively. You understand what I'm saying? He's a professional. I don't care who his strength and conditioning coach is. He's a grown-ass man, and he knows better. So with that being said, the fact of the matter is that when we start jumping into this Terrence Crawford business, you got a guy who's got a 100% KO ratio at the weight class currently against a guy who everyone said went up against elite level competition and couldn't stop either 3 of them. This means essentially that as Crawford's level of competition went up in quality, his KO ratio didn't dwindle. Spence is dead. So for everyone who's sitting here saying that Spence is just going to use his jab, go to Crawford's body and wear him down, I don't understand, and I don't want to disrespect anyone and say people are delusional, but You're negating the angles advantage. You're negating the footwork advantage. You're negating the speed advantage. You're negating the ring generalship and usage of the entire real estate of the ring advantage. You're negating the switch hitting. You're negating the reach advantage. You're negating the counter punching ability, and just saying that none of that matters because Spence got, Spence has got the belts. Bud's been hurt, et cetera. Like, Spence hasn't been hurt. Every fighter gets hurt. It's about how you recover, and it's about how you come back after being hurt. And what I've seen from Crawford is that every time he gets hurt, he comes back and he stops the person brutally. So I don't know, man. It's a lot of fanboyism going on out here, and I get it. I'm from Texas. I got to ride for my man because that's how we do in Texas. Okay. Yeah. Like I told a few people, I got $1,200 on Terrence Buck Crawford. And I actually just made a bet on another channel and told a guy, you know what? He was, running his mouth. I said, cool. I respect your opinion, even though you don't respect mine. How about we make that bet $2,000 and I'll show proof of funds? Anybody on here that wants to bet against me for Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence, I got proof of funds and the money to do it. So I put my money where my mouth is.
Hey man, let me ask you this: Did he up the bet, T?
No, he put laugh out loud. Whatever, you'll lose the bet. I said no. Let's up the bet to $2K.
Oh, okay. So he was capping bid.
So
okay.
Yeah, he didn't want, and I sent them. I sent him my personal email. I said, you can go ahead and send me an email. We can make this bet happen and do an advance invoice. No, it's talking about something different, baby. But yeah, man, it's one of those things. Like I said, I think people have a lot of hometown bias. And I think a lot of people, and we touched on this in the last panel, they just don't like Bud. Okay, they don't like his attitude. They don't like the narrative that's been put out. Well, I think some of it has to do with the fact that people have this misconception that he's unapproachable. And then you got guys in certain channels, I'm not going to name them, that have gone out of their way to talk shit about Bud Crawford. And then the next thing you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everyone else, that's attached to these channels, they end up suffering for it, So it's one of those things where you got a situation here, man, where people don't really know who Crawford is. They think that he gives white media outlets a chance more so than the black ones. But I think what people need to understand here is he wasn't being promoted properly. So when you have a guy like Bob Arum that's promoting all these white fighters over you, what do you have to do to be successful? You got to, at that point, you got to counterbalance that and put yourself on the biggest platforms available to stand out because your promoter isn't doing it for you.
But hold on, that's fuckery because these same dudes that was shitting on him saying he was unapproachable, those same ones that was shitting on him. So why would he?
No, that's what I'm getting at. Well, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Where I think the hate comes from. It's their misconceptions of who he is, And you got to think, like, for me, and I've said this before, man. People are mad about these negotiations, but Bud is a street nigga. Ain't nobody from the streets get ready to get sunned in public and told you take what I give you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're his daddy.
Exactly.
Especially when Errol Spence ain't did it with nobody else. He ain't even doing it to Ugas. That's what I just highlighted in my fucking open soliloquy. We ain't heard shit about no person.
I like to bring up when the fact that.
But hold on, y'all, real quick. My apologies. Hey man, I'm at 99 likes. If somebody in the chat, okay, I just got it to 100. I appreciate that. Anybody in the chat that hasn't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Please, please, please. Hey, yo, fellas, let me go out to my big bro mosquito spray, man. You're live on the chat.
Yes, sir.
Bro.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How everybody doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Go ahead and pop your shit, bro.
All right, real quick.
Doing good.
You need to give a special shout out to the big homie, B Mac. Whatever you got going on, brother. Hope you feel better. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Shout out to B Mac.
We all pulling for you. But yeah, it's just more of the same with this guy, man. Just taking it, everything except Crawford. Anything that can avoid Crawford and make it look a certain way. Just throwing different obstacles out the goalpost moving, whatever you want to call it, man. And it would serve him right, man. If you guys got something for him, and like everybody been saying, man, I done went back and watched a couple of Ugas fights, watched the Pacquiao fight, watched the Porter fight, get to see how the styles match up, man. Ugas, he got like my man T said, he got a 3-inch reach disadvantage, but with his timing and ability to get in and out, the footwork advantage he has over Spence, I believe, able to take half steps back, move to the side, things of that nature. I think he can use his jab in a more effective way, parrying Spencer's countering over the top, or switching up and down with it, things like that, setting up that right hand. And I think he's gonna get Spence some problems, man. And if Spence ain't on the shit, he could get upset, and guys taking soft touches and end up, being a mistake, man. And we'll just see how it goes, man. But we all know what we really want to see, and it's on delay to keep saying, oh, he doing what he said he would do, which is not true, because the first thing he said to Max Kellerman and Stephen A was, Crawford get a belt, I'll fight him. Crawford met him in that hallway. I got my belt, what's happening? Oh no, man, Sean Porter got a belt too, you know what I'm saying? Al Heyman and said your name, whatever. then it went from that to 60-40, 70. It's gonna keep on, man. It's gonna keep on. It'll be another thing after this fight. I don't think he's gonna hold up his end and fight Porter. Yeah, it's gonna be something, man. Because anybody with common sense knows, being objective, that anything other than 50-50 is disrespectful to Terrence Crawford at this point. Especially at this point after he stopped Sean Porter. It's just not even a question.
That's true.
So yeah, so something's got to give, man. Either Spence gonna fight the guy and it's gonna go how it's gonna go, or he's gonna look a certain way to the public. And these aerosexuals, man, that's fighting this man fights for him. They might turn their backs on the business, man, once they see who he is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I want to touch
up on. Hey, yo, hold on, real quick, fellas. Shout out to Niraj for the super chat donation. He or she says social media turn these boxers into WWE divas. I don't know how to highlight this shit to where it'll show up on the thing. I'm gonna have to figure that shit out. But go ahead, y'all. My bad.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch up on the discussion they were talking about Terrence Crawford, about being approachable.
Yes, sir.
I remember he was I'm not gonna say the person's name, but another guy that got a YouTube channel tried to talk to Crawford. But Crawford was speaking to somebody else during a press conference, and as soon as this guy said something, Crawford looked at him, listened to the voice, turned around, looked at him, and walked away. And he was steady calling Terrence Crawford's name. See, people, like you said, people don't like his personality because, like you said, if you disrespect him, he don't want to talk to you. There's no need to talk to you. And that's what he's saying. That's what people don't like, because they want him to be the villain, and he's not that way. He wanted to show his stuff in the ring. Once he downloaded that information in the ring, it's over with. After the third or fourth round, it's over with. And people just think, well, he got touched up by this person. He got touched up by that person. It's all about adjustments.
And what was the end result each time?
The end result is a stoppage.
That's all I need to know.
A stoppage.
I would be afraid to touch him up if I know he's going to stop me.
But
I'll swallow him. I'll just hit him with a couple jabs. Let's make it 12, Terrence. But
the thing is that they keep bringing up Gamboa. They keep bringing up Mean Machine. I said, yeah, okay. Gamboa was supposed to be compared to Floyd. The Mean Machine was a 2-time Olympian. But after Mean Machine was throwing punches at him, getting him after the fourth round, it was over with. Once Crawford's like a computer, man. He downloads that information, and you can't do nothing about it after that.
Mm-hmm.
He gears up and he handles his business, which I don't understand going back and forth with people with the boxing records between him and Spence. If you look at Spence's record and look at Crawford's record, Crawford has beaten 12 champions, man.
There's no comparison.
It's no comparison at all. 12 champions.
You got.
Ain't he on like 16 consecutive title defenses too? Some shit like that. But
yeah.
16.
I mean, they talk about Victor Postile, and they said Victor Postile wasn't nothing. I said, yes, Victor Postile was a champion. I said, Bud made it look easy. That's what it was. Ricky Burns, he made the stuff. He made these jokers look easy.
That's how that dude is different. That dude different.
That's when you know a man great, man. When you make it look easy and they still got to move the goalpost. My big bro told me about that shit earlier today.
Stop bringing up Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia has not beaten the top welterweight since he's been.
That's what I'm saying. Who did Danny Garcia beat at 147?
He hasn't. He won a vacant belt. That's it.
I'm saying he went 12 rounds with Ivan Red Cash. Come on now.
Oh, man.
No disrespect to Ivan Red Cash. He fight for a living, sir.
God
God damn.
Hey,
I'm just saying, did
ain't
he
that
go
the
12
nigga
rounds with
that-
Ivan Red Cash?
Hey, yo, ain't that the nigga that Regis Prograde put on the stretcher on Triller?
Oh, man. He just put him on the
Tank
stretcher.
Davis was working him in the
That nigga,
gym,
when he
bro.
got rolled out on the stretcher.
Hey,
Yeah.
I ain't even know that.
Tank-
I just knew that he
Tank-
went 12 rounds with Danny. That's it.
Tank Davis had him on spaghetti legs and sparring.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
I
that.
saw
Yeah.
that. I seen that shit. I seen it.
I'm just saying, and they keep bringing up Danny Garcia. Why? That let you know how weak it is.
Right.
You talking about Danny Garcia at 140? We talking about 47. You can't say 40 with Danny Garcia if you ain't gonna say 40 with Bud.
Right. But you can't bring him. They can't bring him a top welterweight. When they say Spence's name, they say, "Well, he's doing heavy lifting." What only heavy lifting is he goes be lifting weights in the gym because you're not.
Sean
like,
Porter.
Yeah, Sean Porter. Okay. Then the guy tells me one day, he says, we arguing back and forth. Well, Sean Porter didn't train for that fight. He didn't do the X, Y, and Z. Sean Porter got up in his interview and said, Bud never seen my talent, my speed, this, and that. And all of a sudden, he loses. Everything changes.
Well, I know one goddamn thing. I've been going back and forth with niggas on my channel ever since I dropped part 13. I've invited these niggas to the panel for the smoke. Ain't none of these niggas showed up.
They not. They're
No,
not
they
gonna
won't.
talk to you
All
behind
that
the
shit,
scenes.
won't.
they don't never show up. Why these niggas don't never pull up?
Because they're gonna talk to you behind the scenes. That's
Because
why.
they groupies. They
Hey man,
females.
I'm gonna stop responding to them niggas, bro. I can't even
You
take
gonna
y'all
have to.
serious.
That's what
Yeah,
they do.
I can't
You
even
gonna
take
have
y'all
to.
niggas serious.
It's pointless.
Hey yo, Guzzy, you there?
Yep, look, I've been
Go ahead.
writing down a couple of things. Let me let you hear this. Okay, I've been taking notes. So you hear me? Check this out. Okay, first of all, I heard somebody say Crawford hit harder than Danny Garcia. Y'all really feel like that?
Is that a serious
Y'all really feel Crawford?
You want me to answer? You want me to answer that since I was the one that said it?
I really so y'all feel like Crawford hit hard. Now, mind you,
Yes.
you heard me? He went 10 rounds, and I feel like, okay, everybody's saying, man, he stopped Porter, he stopped Sean. No, Kenny Porter stopped Sean.
Okay, who's
Let's
Kenny
get
Porter?
this straight.
Everybody else did.
Kenny Porter, if anybody stopped the fight, Kenny Porter stopped Sean. You heard me?
Well.
Yeah, and I feel like, and look,
Bud don't get no credit for stopping Sean Porter.
So when
Kenny stopped Sean. So hold up. I feel like looking at Sean in that fight, y'all don't think it could have went 12? I just feel like Kenny stopped the fight out of
I
spite.
think Sean
I
Porter
feel like
on the ground was his way of asking his pops out.
that dude had like
He was
almost
looking
2
for a way
minutes
out.
left.
I ain't never
But
seen
this the
Sean
thing,
Porter
though.
sitting on the ground like that.
Well,
I feel like, honestly, I feel like his daddy stopped the fight because, for one, if you listen to all the interviews and what was going on, Sean wasn't listening to his pops doing none of the training sessions, the workouts, and none of that. So I feel like his daddy stopped the fight out of spite. His daddy stopped the fight to say, you know what, I'm going to show you, you don't want to listen, watch this.
Bud won't whooping his ass.
Hold on, AB. Let him
Yeah,
make his
but
point.
look, you know what? Yeah, that round there, okay, with that was the 10th round. So yeah, Bud started coming around late. He started coming around late. You heard me? Yeah, Bud started coming around late. But how with the first 6 rounds, first 7 rounds? To me, it was pretty much
He
even.
dropped twice.
Honestly,
I had it. Hold on, y'all. I had it.
What you said?
I had it 6-3 at the end. I had the 6-3 for Bud.
6-3, I had it a little closer than that. I had it a little closer. I feel it was, but you know, that's my opinion. Don't get me wrong, Bud. You know, Bud's something serious. You hear me? But like, and I heard somebody say about how many champs Bud beat. Half the last couple of fights Bud been having, the last people he fought, honestly, Amir Khan and Kell Brook. And to me, man, a lot of those guys were on a decline anyway. You see what I'm saying? So can you really give him that kind of credit fighting those guys? And we all see that they're on a decline.
But see, this is where you niggas make me mad. Wait, hold on, y'all. Let me answer that. Hold on, y'all. I got it. See, this is where you Errol Spence fans make me mad because he wants to fight the guy, but the guy don't want to fight him. So who else ass he gonna kick? Of course they're gonna be lesser opponents. He want to fight Earl, but Earl don't want to fight him.
Yo, E-Thrill, can I get in there real quick?
My bad. Go ahead, Will.
Yo, salute everybody on the chat. I always come with peace. Check this out. So Bud didn't stop him. Kenny Porter stopped him, right?
Kenny stopped him. Kenny stopped Sean.
So Spence didn't stop Kell Brook. Triple G stopped Kell Brook for Spence. That's what happened there. We're gonna discredit Bud for that. We're gonna have to
wait, hold up.
Spence.
You know what? Know what's the crazy part? I just got through watching that fight too.
Great, get his eye broken.
Look,
the other guy wouldn't.
I just got through watching.
So he was
my bad. Go ahead.
Right? So he shouldn't get credit for that, right?
Go ahead.
That's what we're saying.
Go ahead.
Right?
Nah, but I just got through watching that fight. Nah, but y'all saw the beating that Errol put on Kell. That beating right there.
Kell was put on Earl. Kell was.
Nah, it was pretty. It was that. You know, that was another fight that I said was pretty even. It was even. It was even. So Errol went up applying that pressure. It was even. It was a close one. You know, and don't forget, Kell had the belt. So
Kell walked away with his championship belt. Come on now. Don't
okay, I got something else though.
Don't be cat. No.
Would y'all be saying?
Hold on.
Go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing.
Okay, so Danny Garcia and Mikey Garcia, all 140 pounders. I don't even count Mikey as a 140 pounder. That boy is a 130 pounder. You're giving them full credit for that, plus 50-50. Come on, bro.
He took it light on Mike.
Spence credit for that. Come on, bro.
He took it light on Mikey. He took it light on Mikey. That was a real review for both sessions.
Hold on, Woo. I'm gonna let y'all cook. Guzzy, I got a video coming for your ass tomorrow. You be on the lookout for that. Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
So check this out. Would y'all be giving Ugas any type of chance to beat Errol if he wouldn't have put that pounding on Pacquiao, who was also on a decline and who probably 52 right now? Would y'all be giving Ugas any chance to beat Errol?
If Errol didn't fake an eye injury, he wouldn't have been in the ring.
So you think Errol faked the injury?
Well, how come he was so up and ready to fight him so bad? All up until we heard about him fighting Ugas, Errol need a tune-up. He ain't ready for Crawford right now. He's going to need a tune-up. What happened to the tune-up? It's a different tune coming from the Spence fans. That's what's happening. That's the tune-up. Y'all change your tune.
Hey, hold on, y'all.
Okay, look.
Hey,
I saw it, honestly.
Hold on, y'all.
Okay,
go ahead and finish your points, bro, on your notes, and then I'm going to go to Zango.
All right, handle your business. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here.
Did you already make your point? Did you make your points on your notes?
Oh, look, I got one more thing I want to say. With that fight with the fight with Porter and Ugas. Okay, don't get me wrong. If you feel like Ugas won, I can't discredit that. I can't say, well, you know, whoop it woo. Nah, I can't, because you know you have that right, because it was a close one. But when you fighting someone like Sean of that status, you have to beat him convincingly. You can't leave it up to the judges. And that's what Ugas went wrong. He left it up to the judges, and when you leave it up to the judges, that's what happened. He didn't win enough.
Did Bud leave it up to the judges?
Nah, if you ask Kenny didn't leave it up to the judges.
Watching in the arena, except for everybody with one.
Why everybody? Y'all saw, y'all witnessed it too.
I know.
Y'all witnessed it. Why y'all acting like I'm saying something that y'all didn't witness too?
I didn't run out
that piece of that combo he put on that nigga, man. Popeyes.
I saw that. I just got through watching that. Too. But and then somebody, man, honestly. Say, bro, I don't think Crawford could take that pound, that the power of Errol Spence, honestly. I think Errol Y'all heard what Sean said.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
What power?
Good Lord.
Hold up. They asked two former opponents. They asked two people who both of them fought, who hit the hardest, and what both of them said.
It don't matter who stopped both of them though.
Hey man.
But what did the two opponents say?
So you mean to tell me?
I'm not gonna even give Cal Brooks.
Stop both of them.
Cal ain't been the same. You hear me? Cal to me, Cal pretty much won.
Why you mention them?
Cal 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Now I give the Porter, you hear me? But like I said, I think Porter could have went 12.
Hold on, y'all. The only reason why we were having these conversations is because your guy don't want to fucking fight. We shouldn't have to be talking about Kel Brook and Amir Khan and Sean. No, we want to be talking about these two niggas fight. But it's Errol's fault that the shit ain't happening. So now we got to resort to talking about, well, this nigga was over the hill, or this nigga ain't do this. Come on, bro.
Bud gonna get that smoke. It's coming. Bud gonna get that smoke. Better yet, I'm gonna lay up there. You hear me? I'm gonna text Errol in a few minutes. You hear me? I'm gonna text Errol. You hear me?
Hey, but why keep talking about that? Kel Brook that the same.
He ain't the same, man. I know you can see it. Kel don't got that same tiger in him. He ain't the same.
How was he not the same? He had 2 losses, and he didn't look bad against Bud until Bud hit with that right hand.
Man, I just feel like I just from what I'm seeing, he just don't look the same. I put it like this: I get less than a year, a million year. I guarantee you, Kel be calling it quits. I guarantee you, Kel be calling it quits in probably a year less. And I'm gonna come back on here and I'm gonna say I told you.
He was looking good against Bud. Bud just stopped.
Yeah, he was. He was looking good in the first rounds. Now that's another thing. So y'all see the way Bud like to take off. And he don't really come around, Bud, you know, and honestly, I feel like the last couple of fights, Bud been getting punched on a little often than he used to. Bud been getting punched on a little too often. You hear me? I don't know if he could take off those first couple of rounds and think he could do that against Errol.
I see Errol getting
Okay, y'all talking about before the accident or after the accident?
Either one.
Now, after the accident, yeah, Errol been getting, you know, because I feel like, you know, after the accident, yeah, he been, you know, but it's all about styles, though. You know, y'all know styles make fights.
He was getting hit before the accident.
Well, he only had one fight after the accident, bro. I mean, Errol Spence has been fighting the same way his entire career.
Exactly.
He's never been a professional fighter, in my opinion.
He was getting
personally, I feel like only time I see him get touched like that is when he take off, you know, the couple of rounds he take off. We know he takes off some rounds. You feel me? And that's the only thing I can really see. You feel me? But it's all about styles. Yeah, if he fighting somebody who match perfectly against him, yeah, he might get touched a lot. But at the end result is, you feel me? When him and Bud line up,
the same thing for Bud. If you're gonna say that for Spence,
when him and Bud line up, y'all don't forget what I told y'all. Watch y'all saw 2 ex-opponents in Errol hit harder than Bud, and he's gonna apply pressure. That's just how I feel. That's how I feel. I like Bud.
Y'all like Bud.
I like Bud.
Hold on. Let me go to Zango. You're live on the chat with the Black Picasso. Holler at me, bro.
Yo,
what up, Zango? We're in the shit, bro. Hey, yo, hold on, y'all. Mute your audio. Go ahead, Zango.
boy, honestly, I don't even know where to start. Okay, the first thing is the fact that I'm pretty tired of this Errol not fighting Bud thing, dog. Just fight him. Like, we don't care about Ugas. Like, no one cares about Ugas. I don't know why we even having this fight right now. The fight that everyone has wanted to see for the past 4 years has been Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. Hands down. Any other fight, no one cares. As it pertains to Sean Porter versus Bud, well, if you want to say that Kenny Porter stopped Sean, then I guess Wilder's corner stopped Wilder during Wilder versus Fury 1. That means you don't give Fury any credit for TKOing Wilder at all, because his corner knows him better than you do. Sean Porter's corner also knows him better than you do. They could see that he would have gotten killed. They saw him going to the shadow realm already, bro. That's what they saw. And they decided that, yo, fuck this. Let's get this nigga to the hospital quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now, when we're talking about over the hill, if we're dealing with Kell Brook was coming off of 3 wins and a KO win when he fought Bud. He was coming off of 3 wins and a KO win. Like, he was legitimately back on top. He came to the fight saying, yeah, I'm ready. This is the best I've ever felt in my life. He got KO'd. Oh, Kell Brook was over the hill. But he wasn't over the hill when Triple G took him out. When he went up and then came back down in weight, it wasn't over the hill. Okay, fine. Amir Khan, okay, I guess, but he was also coming off of 2 wins and a TKO win. And then Bud stopped him. And then after Bud stopped him, he TKO'd the opponent afterwards. Both Kell and Amir Khan were saying that Bud is one of the best that they've ever seen in their life. They'd never been beaten the way that Bud was beating them. They both said that. What is the point? Then we have in Sean Porter. Okay, maybe it was Sean Porter who said that Spence hit harder or something. Who said that Spence hit harder? Kell Brook or Sean?
That was Kell Brook after he found out that Crawford and Bomac had been working with Amir Khan for the up-and-coming fight.
Okay, all right. So, but for Sean in particular, Sean was saying that he had to. The reason he didn't listen to Kenny the entire camp was because he knew he had to bring something more to fight Bud. He couldn't do the same formula because he wouldn't win. He knew that he had to take more tools out of and he said it on the Porter Way podcast too, that he needed to bring out more tools in the toolbox to go up against Bud. That was what he said, because he knew that Bud was a different kind of fighter. He knew that Bud's skills were not normal skills. At least he didn't say that about Errol. He didn't say that at all. In any case, I don't care. I don't care about any of these things, dog. Like, I literally don't. I just want to see Bud versus Spence. There's no reason that this fight shouldn't be happening right now. I don't know why we're playing step aside. Again, like I was telling Leonard this on a different show. I was telling him that this is not a movie. This is not a movie where you have to build up, or a video game where you have to build up to the final boss. Nigga, we don't give a fuck about that. We want to know. We want you to fight who we want you to fight right now. I'm not gonna pay for Spence versus Ugas. I never gave a fuck about Ugas. Although right now Spence is coming off of that eye injury. He's probably drunk right now. So I guess Ugas has a much higher chance of beating him. But at the end of the day, really, I still don't give a fuck about Ugas, bro. I don't give a fuck about Ugas. I never did. I watched his fights, but I never did. I'm pretty happy that he beat Manny Pacquiao, to be honest with you. Because had Spence beat Manny Pacquiao, he would have probably used that as an excuse too.
Oh,
that's
my
all I have
God.
to say about that.
Amen. You're right about that. Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that, Zango. Anybody want to touch
fuck
up on
around
what he
and
just
flip
said?
his
E-Thriller and
Yes, sir.
fellas in the chat, since old buddy from Texas, I'm pretty sure he's from Texas,
Which
addressed
one?
the one who addressed the point that I made earlier, who was talking about
I'm trying to think.
he started off with Danny Garcia, and then he made several other points. I just want to touch on a few quick
Oh, you're
things
talking about
here.
Goodsy. My bad. You talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Okay, yeah. You from New Orleans. Yeah.
So one of the things that I want to touch on here, good Lord, give me just a sec, guys.
Okay, go ahead.
One of the things I want to touch on here is the PBC. I think Errol Spence honestly is a victim of a culture, and I'm going to tell you what I mean by this. Keep in mind that Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, and what's his name? Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, and Keith Thurman all ducked Errol Spence initially and held up the entire welterweight division. Okay, when Keith Thurman was the unified champion, he literally set the division back 2 years, right? The whole PBC umbrella, for some odd reason, has this weird culture of not making the fights happen when we want to see them, right? Danny Garcia didn't even want to go anywhere near Spence until he didn't have a belt to offer anymore. Sean Porter had nowhere to run, and Keith Thurman is still running from these niggas. He can say what he wants, but the fact of the matter is, it's been years, and Keith Thurman still hasn't fought either Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence Jr. So essentially, Errol Spence learned this behavior from somewhere is what I'm getting at, which is why I get so frustrated with people when they're like, well, Bud should have just signed with the PBC. Nigga, Errol Spence Jr. has been with the PBC for how long? And he couldn't even secure those fights for years on end because these guys refused to go near him.
I always say that.
You know, so I mean that's step one. As far as that's concerned. Zango made some excellent points, man, about the Kenny Porter. Look, all right. For the Kenny Porter situation, okay, I know what I saw. All right. And they showed, and I touched on this on the last panel. If you go and look at the Top Rank highlights video where they show the angle, instead of it being behind the referee, it's in front of him. And you see Sean Porter, man, he's hitting the canvas, and then his elbows start wiggling.
Yeah, he picked it up. That boy started swaying on the mat.
I said, what the fuck? I was like, is he on spaghetti arms? I said, oh, man. I said, if they, and you know what? And it's fucked up because the mean streak in me wanted to see it. I was like, nah, fuck that. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Let it keep going because Bud was going to stretch him out, you know, and not only was he struggling on his arms and elbows, he was struggling when he got to his knees. His knees buckled. And I said, yep. Here we go. Finish him. I was ready to see it. But, you know, for some odd reason, man, the referees, when Terrence Crawford gets his opponents hurt badly, they don't fully let him spark their lights out like that for some reason. I wish the refs would just say, fuck it, you know, because then we get, you know, these zealot fans who come in here and they're like, well, you know, the guy could have still won or this, that, and the third. It's like, what the fuck, man? That's the ref doing that, or that's their corner doing that. And so now we don't give Bud credit because these guys are getting saved in the ring. Like, I don't know, man. You know, I honestly feel like there's just a culture here amongst the fans that's never going to allow Bud to get the full credit he deserves. He's not going to get it. And I tell you right now, if and when he beats Spence, he's not going to get full credit then either, because it's going to be the eye injury. It's going to be the car accident. It's going to be he didn't train with Blu-ray. It's going to be he wasn't disciplined for camp. It's going to be et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like I'm going to tell you something odd. People got mad at me in Loyal to the Game Boxing in the group because I made a comment and said, you know what, fuck this shit.
Hold on, T. Hold on. Don't shout them suckers out on my channel, bro. But go ahead.
Okay. The group who we won't mention.
I think that nigga posted a comment on one of my videos, but that nigga will never pull up on my shit.
I said, look, man.
Why, but yeah, go ahead. My bad.
Oh no, you good. This is your channel, bro. You got it. But I told these cats, I said, look, I'm sick of this shit. All right. Earl, you know, when I saw the interview with Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith, they said, what is it gonna take for you to fight Crawford? He wants you. It sounds like he wants you, and it sounds like you're telling us he didn't prove himself yet. He said, well, you know, he got to move up and he got to fight Jeff Horn. He got to worry about that and get that belt. And when he get that belt from Jeff Horn, you know, then me and Terrence Crawford, you know, we can make this fight happen. Okay. So he moved up, he got the belt from Jeff Horn, and then it turned into him getting up on the podium and saying, you know, I'm just going to say this, Terrence Crawford on the wrong side of the street, you know, he got to take what we give him. You know, he got to take 60-40, you know, this, that, and the third. And his whole career is smoke and mirrors. And, you know, Bob Arum is strategically maneuvering him. Who is he beat? This, that, and the third. And it's always been.
Hey, hold on, T, not to cut you off. Don't forget about, who is his coaches? He got 3 coaches.
Yeah.
They have to do with anything.
Bro, he got up on that podium. I don't know if he was drunk or feeling himself.
He was drunk.
He got.
Go ahead, T. I ain't gonna cut you off.
No, you're fine. He got up on that podium and just let loose. And I said, God damn, Earl. I said, man, you like.
We ain't never seen that side of him before.
I said, damn, Spence. I said, and I like EJ. Like, look, that's the fucked up part about this, man, is that I actually like his style. Like the moves, the type of moves that he's pulled as of late. It's making me waver away from him as a person, but as a fighter, I'll always respect him. You understand? But the shit he did when he did that to Bud, it's like, man, you just got up on stage, and I'm going to tell you guys something here, and listen to this carefully. You got up on stage and you basically shot down every accomplishment in his entire career, yet you're making him wait last like he's a mega fight. Why does he have to wait last to fight you for Undisputed if his whole career is smoke and mirrors and he's a nobody? If that's the case, you should have fought him earlier on and took his fucking belt.
Yep, it's a stall tactic.
That's what I'm. And what people aren't understanding about us as real Bud fans, not Spence haters, is that if Spence would have just said all of these reasonings and justifications initially, we would have rocked with it. We may not have liked it, but we would have understood it like, okay, these are his reasonings. It's every few years, it's a different narrative. That's the problem. He's not consistent. It goes from he got to move up and get a belt. And then when he does that, we can make the fight. Not we'll see what happens. It's we can make the fight. Yep. He moves up, and then it's he's on the wrong side of the street. Then who has he fought? His career is smoke and mirrors. Then he calls consistent. Then he calls him out again, and it's Sean Porter has a belt. And listen, people can say stop trying to talk for Earl and just listen to what he's saying. He didn't say me and Sean Porter are both at the PBC, so the fight's easier to make. He said, and I quote, "Why wouldn't I take the easier road and knock Sean Porter out? Why wouldn't I?" That is a direct statement and testament to him feeling that Porter was physically easier to beat than Bud.
Yeah, Spence like making the band like P Diddy making the band, man.
Hey, yo, hold on, fellas. Hey, yo, man. Woo, boy, you cooking. Hey, shout out to Dirty Red for the super chat, the $5 super chat. He or she said, here's the thing. If Crawford has a weak resume after getting 6 belts, then why did EJ fans throw a block party for Ugas if it's the names, not the belt?
Hey, man, couldn't have said it any better. And I'll make this quick because I don't want to take up time like that. But what I will say is this, all right? When you start talking about the amount of Olympians and undefeated fighters that Crawford has faced in comparison to Spence, listen, if we're going to say that Kell Brook, Amir Khan, and Sean Porter and whoever else was over the hill when Terrence Crawford fought him, then we got to look at the people that Errol Spence fought and what their resumes were and how many losses they had when Spence fought him. I'm going to tell you right now, Spence has yet to beat an undefeated welterweight champion at 147 pounds. Not one guy that he faced for a belt was undefeated and in their prime.
That's Thurman leftovers.
Big facts.
Sorry. So that argument is null and void. We can't use that and say, well, Bud, this, that, and the third, and who is he? But last time I checked, Mean Machine was a 2-time Olympian and undefeated when he fought him. Say what you want about Benavidez, but this was a prospect that was giving Manny Pacquiao the work, and you understand he went in there and got stopped, and he was undefeated.
Don't forget, Apple gave him props for sparring him.
Yeah, regardless of what people want to say about Jeff Horn was bigger than damn near everyone at 147, including Spence, bullied the shit out of Pacquiao, beat him in Australia, had no losses, and then Terrence Crawford went in there and destroyed the man's whole career.
Beat the hell out of him.
Didn't let it go.
So, I mean, these are the type of biased narratives. And like I said, I get it, man. I know a lot of guys who are Spence fans are emotionally attached to him. I get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it, T. I don't get why they cap for him, bro. I understand them rooting for him, but let's not act like this nigga ain't said all the shit that we highlight.
I get that, but I don't know, man. It's something. I'm not talking shit, but it's something about blind loyalty in Texas, man. They're gonna ride.
All of them ain't in Texas, though.
You said what?
All of them not in Texas.
No, well, okay. The ones that ain't in Texas are really just Bud haters. Let's keep it real. We got a lot of people who just don't like Crawford, and they're jumping on Spence's bandwagon. And I got to keep it real. We got the same thing happening on our side, where we got people who really aren't fans of Crawford, who haven't been following him that long. They just don't like Spence. So it's a toxic culture right now going on, man, where we come in here, we talk facts. We're talking boxing. We're not talking man boy love. We're not talking, you understand, any of this, fangirlish type shit. We're being as non-biased as we can be, and we're stating facts here. Everything that I said, that Errol Spence said, is a fact. You can go and fact check this. Him changing his narrative every few years to a different reason on why the fight's not happening are facts. Him negotiating in public like he's never done before, instead of going behind the scenes. Because here's the thing, and I touched on this on another channel. I said, I think that the issue here is that when people hear A side and I'm the big fish and I'm the big dog at the division, they think immediately to Mayweather. What was Mayweather doing when he was the A side? Mayweather was sending fucking contracts. He was picking his opponents, saying, I want to fight you. Here's your contract. Here are my terms. Do you agree with this? That's what the A side does. Canelo Alvarez was the A side and went right to Al Heyman and said, make the fight with me and Caleb Plant. But for some odd reason, when Spence says he's a boss and he's A side, the narrative changes and it's no, Bud needs to do the work instead. Well, that's not really the work. That's just what the A side does because they hold all the leverage. So they're the ones that are supposed to dictate the terms and then send the terms to the B side and say, do you agree with this? And then the B side says, no, okay, fuck it. You ducked me. I sent you a contract. These are my terms because I'm the boss here. And if you don't like it, then you can walk away. Right. But we're not seeing that here.
D Lucky. Shout out to D Lucky for that super chat. He said, now Kenny pulled that pit bull off his son. That's a fact. Hey, yo, let me I appreciate
that's a fact. I want to give it to someone else on the panel. I'm done. I just wanted to touch on a few things real quick.
Hey, shout out to Rebel Life, man. You live on the chat with the Black Picasso. Holler at me, bro.
Oh, okay. But yeah, man, these are the type of... Oh, my bad.
Go ahead, Rebel Life. Go ahead and cook, bro.
Yo, what's up, man?
Yo,
you know what I've been proud of him? I've been proud of him that Kenny Porter shit, man. Yo, what's worse, man?
Hold on, Rebel Life. You kind of sound muffled, bro. I can barely hear you.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Ace good now.
Yeah, I can hear you much better. Go ahead, Rebel Life. Floor is yours.
All right, what's worse, man? When a ref stop a fight over your fucking corner is like, oh, nah, we got to stop this shit. That's worse. Fuck y'all niggas be talking about, man. Like, I never understood that. I've seen so many comments like that, like, yo, Kenny Porter, he stopped it, not Bud. The reason why Kenny Porter stopped it was because of Bud. So what the fuck are you talking about? For real, like, if a ref stopping it, the ref was like, all right, he getting his ass whooped. But if the corner looking at this shit, he's seeing some shit the ref don't even motherfucking see yet. So that shit is worse. So Bud was whipping his ass that bad that the ref had to stop the shit. Come on, man.
Shit.
And as far as like if Bud hit harder than Danny, hell fucking yeah. Who has Danny wobble? That nigga, he ain't stopped nobody in 147. He ain't fuck nobody like third round stoppages. I ain't seen Errol. I think I seen Errol maybe buzz to the body by Danny. Come on, man. Errol was like this to Danny. He wiped the nigga punch off and shit, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, I remember that.
Come on, man. Fuck out of here.
Punch off.
That's all I gotta say.
Hey, look, I wanted this last point I wanted peace out to the chat, man. I'm gonna get off. Happy New Year to the chat.
Shout out to Last Puma, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man.
All right, shout out to B-Mac, man. Hope you get better if you hear me.
Yeah, press.
Sir, shout out to my big bro B-Mac, man. I know he listening. Shout out to him.
All right, good night, fellas.
All right, good night, man.
All right, take it easy now.
Go ahead,
good night, brother.
Hey, yo, Guzzy, what is your response to that, Guzzy? Look like you got something to say, bro. Go ahead and cook, man.
He waiting.
Let me take him off mute. Look like you're on mute. There you go.
All right, check this out. I'm gonna be straight up. You hear me? I heard everything. You hear me? And you know some of the shit I do agree with. Yeah, Errol did make the excuses, and I touched on that earlier. You feel me? I touched on that earlier. You feel me? Unfortunately, I hate that I have to say this, but yeah, you know, he did make this excuse. Yeah, why wouldn't I fight Sean? Yeah, he did say that. Yeah, get a belt and we can make it happen. He said that. Well, who have he fought? Yeah, he said that. I agree with all that. But my thing is, why it can't be, why he can't just be collecting all the straps and setting it up for the big you feel me, the big shebang. You feel me? Bud got a lot of fans. You feel me? I you know, they always say Errol the one with the fans and Errol, but shit, from what I see, Bud got a lot of fans.
Yeah.
You feel me? He got a lot of fans, but the thing is, bro, what a lot of people fail to realize, like I always say, at the end of the day, this is a business. And these fighters right now, bro, they way smarter. To me, they smarter than the fighters that he came behind. You feel me? Because it's a business, bro. At the end of the day, why he can't be collecting the straps and setting?
So what does Spence do then? It ain't no Bud versus Spence,
bro.
It's gonna happen, though. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yeah, it's gonna happen. He's not gonna lose, though. So y'all think he gonna lose the Ugas?
I'm saying if Earl lose, the fight ain't gonna happen. That's a fact.
He's not gonna lose the Ugas. He's not gonna lose the Ugas. So put it like this, y'all. So y'all feel like the last three opponents Bud fought. Y'all feel like Bud last three is harder a resume, or are they more? How can I put this? You think Bud last three is tougher and stand for more than Errol last three?
Yeah. Excuse me, sir. I want to get this off real quick. That right there, what you're doing, is exactly why we don't feel like Errol should be collecting scraps from anyone else. Because what you're saying essentially is that Bud, you're saying the same smoke and mirrors argument that Spence did on
the he never took no credit from. Listen, I'm not just an Errol. I like Errol. I'm not just one of them is all about Errol. I like different fighters. I agree with you. Everything you said that Errol said is true. I'm not one of them that's gonna sit here and deny what I seen and heard Errol say out his mouth. He said that. But my thing is, why he can't be just trying to collect the straps that way when he fight Bud, that brings more aura to the whole fight. Why that can't be the case?
I can't fully disagree with it, but the only reason why I did initially was because of his smoke and mirrors comment. He downplayed Bud. So if he's down,
but Bud be disrespectful too, though. Bud be going there Errol top too. See, y'all don't never say that. Bud do.
No, Bud was disrespectful to him at the time. Bud only started becoming disrespectful after he said that smoke and mirrors thing. What are you talking about, bro?
Errol don't never pull up on Bud. Bud always pulling up on Errol. Because Bud
when he
Bud the aggressive, you ask me, yeah, Bud the aggressive. So somebody keep pulling up on you at every event, you trying to get your drink on, chill Friday, Bud pulling up out of nowhere. How the hell this nigga know I'm here? How this nigga know I'm here? That's what Errol thinking, man. How the hell this nigga know I'm here?
These hands.
How the hell this nigga know I'm here? Every time, so we see who. To me, you know, somebody keep pulling up on you, bro. It's only a matter of time. And if you look at it, nah, I ain't gonna do that one. But the fight gonna happen. We all know the fight gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. And you know, it's to me, Errol is. He's strategizing. He know Bud ain't no pushover. He know Bud ain't nothing to play with. You hear me? You can't be no dummy. You gotta be smart out here. Errol know that Bud is a threat.
Hey man,
he knows that. He a threat. Bud is a threat. You feel me? So what Errol doing is strategizing, and he doing what he need to do. But the fight will happen. But like I said, that just make the fight almost bigger. And it's more on the line when they do fight.
I mean,
you feel me? They gonna fight.
I mean, as long as they undefeated, honestly. But
They're gonna fight, man. Errol, he's not gonna lose to Ugas though. Ugas, like I said, the most I get Ugas is they gonna go the distance. You feel me? Errol win by split.
Hey, yo, Guzzy, you my dog.
He thrilling.
That
chat, bro.
Who guys win?
Say, bro, Ugas ain't gonna win, bro. He's not winning. Don't get me wrong. Ugas is a talented fighter. He a good fighter, bro. But Ugas is not gonna beat Errol wide styles make fights, man. You feel me? Ugas and that 3-inch reach advantage. Don't forget that. I think that 3-inch reach advantage gonna play a part too. You feel me? So you know.
That faster feet.
Yeah, Ugas. Oh yeah, Ugas footwork is nice. Ugas got nice footwork. He do.
What you say?
Yeah, timing and ability.
Echo, bro. I think Guzzy. I think that's gonna keep echoing, bro.
Oh, okay. You might have to mute it.
Yeah, Ugas' ability to get in and out, with quick, fast footwork, and his timing ability, and his countering could potentially put Spencer's hands in his pockets. You know what I'm saying? More often than usual. So there are several factors with Ugas. And the only thing, just like everything, man, Spencer, he can't just out-muscle and overpower Ugas. He's not gonna be able to outbox him at all. He's not. He is not the superior boxer. He won't be a superior boxer in the ring that night. Ugas will be.
Dude now.
Yeah, and Ugas, exactly. Ugas is big Westway, just like Spence is. If he can't push him back and get him to the ropes and work, touch his body and have him drop his hands, get upstairs later on, he's gonna have a problem, man. And Ugas, yeah, Ugas has. You got to remember, Ugas is from that Cuban boxing school, man.
Yes, sir.
To come out of that system and be the one to make the Olympic team to represent that country, you got to know something. You know what I'm saying? You got to know some shit. And Ugas is one of them guys, man. And you make it rough for them Cubans, they will go to war too. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting, man. It ain't just a walk in the park. It's not a foregone conclusion that we're gonna get strapped, so we're gonna get this third strap. He might lose, especially if his eye ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
He better use
we will see.
What you gotta say about that, Guzzy? Go ahead.
Say, bro, I still feel like, man, a lot of people wouldn't be on this Ugas tip if he wouldn't have beat on Pac, bro. If he wouldn't have beat on Pacquiao, bro, it would be no discussion. It'll be Spence gonna get in there, run through Ugas, and we're gonna be setting up the Bud and Spence fight. That's just the way I feel, bro. I feel like if he wouldn't have did that and got in there and put that display on he did against Pacquiao, you feel me? I feel like a lot of people would not be giving Ugas a chance. That's just how I feel, man.
So if Spence don't destroy Ugas, then what does that mean?
What you say if he what?
If he don't steamroll Ugas, what does that mean?
The fight gonna happen regardless. See, like I just said, man, Errol he's strategic, man. You think Errol, from what y'all see, Errol is not about to. I'm not saying he's a cherry picker or he picks his. I'm just gonna say he picks his bouts wisely. You feel me? He picks his fights. He gonna fight Bud, but like I said, I believe is more on the line. You feel me? The intensity. You feel me? When you let something prolong long as it did, man, that fight gonna be probably one of the biggest fights ever, man. And I still pick Errol to win though. But like I said, man, Bud is a great fighter, bro. But like I said, Bud can't be starting off slow against Errol Spence. Bud take time. Bud don't really get the steamroll until 5th, 6th round.
That's his style. He got to take his style.
Well, you can't go in there with that against Errol. That's his style or whatever. You can't go in there playing with Errol, bro.
3 rounds.
Guzzy, when you're that nice, bro, you can do that type of shit. Mayweather used to do that too, right?
Yeah, I know, but look, Errol ain't never stopped nobody. But Cal Brook, he stopped Cal, but guess what though? Cal quit just like he quit on Errol. Cal quit.
Man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. If you're in the chat and if you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button for your boy E Thriller, man. I
feel like Cal quit, man. Just like Amir Khan. Me, honestly, I feel both of them quit. Don't get me wrong, take nothing from Bud. I feel like he should be way bigger if it wasn't for his promotional company he was under for us with Bob. I feel like he should be way bigger. You feel me? Than he is. But you know, just me being on here, shit, Bud got some fans. You know.
Hey, yo, let me say this. Shout out to True Gritter 402. He said, "E Thriller, the Black Picasso. You need to get Bud, bro, on here at Bernie the Boxer." Hey, man, if the champ want to come on and do an interview, I'm all for it. I mean, I ain't gonna bother him because I know he don't really do the interview shit. But shout out to Bernie the Boxer, man. If you want to come on and rock with me, I'm all for it. Make sure y'all go hit him up and see. My bad, fellas.
Yeah, man, but I know we all know the fight gonna happen. You feel me? But like I said, once he get through Ugas, you feel me? So hey, we probably be looking at that fight. I see the end of next year, beginning of 23. You know, it's coming though.
Damn, bro. I hope this shit happens.
Man, you gotta get your body at least 6 months to heal.
You trying to age my nigga out, man? God.
So that might be the whole strategy, you hear me? That might be the strategy. Fight that boy when he's 37. That was gonna fight that boy when he's 37.
Jeez, that nigga said 3. God damn.
But tell the truth, don't the intensity of everybody waiting on that fight, you don't think that build up make that fight just that much bigger?
Man, no, bro.
It's big as it's gonna be.
I don't think it can get any bigger, bro. Honestly.
When Bud stopped Porter, it was big as it's gonna be. That was the moment right there.
Oh, and another thing. So my thing is, even with the Porter fight, when Kenny stopped the fight, you hear me? Me, honestly, I watched a lot of Sean fights, and Sean, I feel like Sean could have went them other 2 rounds. You feel me? And I just, that was my first time seeing him punch on the ring like that, though. I ain't never seen him pull out one though.
So you mean to tell me Sean Porter was in there with the best finisher in the sport of boxing? He had about 1:30, 1:40 left in the 10th round. You think he was gonna be able to survive, bro, with that dog?
After he was dropped twice
from Omaha? I don't see it, bro. I don't.
We know the answer to that. We all know the answer to that.
That's what I'm saying. He blocked him with the body shot. Then Sean got up, then he hit him with the flurry. Come on now.
Bro, did you see that combo he hit that nigga with?
I just got to watch it. I just got to watch not too long ago, like about an hour ago.
Hold on, y'all. Isn't it funny how everybody want to talk about Bud's competition and lack thereof, but the same shit he hit Sean Porter with is the same fucking punches he hit Bondu with, the same shit he hit niggas with motherfucking Gamboa, the same side step uppercut shit, the same shit, which just goes to show the skills pay the bills, man. No matter who you fight.
Bud, real, I don't get me wrong. Like I said, Bud is a very talented fighter. I don't take nothing from Bud. I don't take nothing from Bud. But what y'all think about the Keith Thurman and Bud? What y'all think about that?
I got a video coming on him.
So y'all think Thurman? Look, Keith said Keith done cut that ponytail and everything, boy. Keith said it's going down in July. He done cut that ponytail as he said it's going down in July.
Now let me ask you this. Now why should Terrence Crawford give that nigga an opportunity?
When we all know Keith was running from everybody. Okay, we understand that. He ran for fucking years.
Fuck you.
He pissed me off. And you know what's crazy? I like Keith Thurman. I like his skill set.
I like Keith Thurman.
I like his skill set, but he was a scary champion.
Yeah, he the one who really started that. Oh, Bud ain't did shit at 147. Then Earl took the shit and ran with it.
Yeah, I don't take nothing, but that'll be a good fight. Now, see, y'all talking that, y'all saying that Bud got to get past Keith. You can't underestimate Keith.
Don't do that. Hey, don't start Vince McMahon. Don't do that shit.
Bud will stop that dude to the body, and then what's gonna happen?
Hold on, Bud ain't got to
see. There we go. Now everybody done saw Keith take a few body shots, not a body so.
Listen, y'all. Wait on the.
But listen, you know what? I agree with you. Bud is real strategic. He's real the way he put his flurries and his combos together. But see, Bud be having to slow his punches down a little because Bud be jumping off. He be how can I put this? He be missing a lot because he rush a lot of his punches too. You feel me?
What fight you watching?
He missing a lot.
What fight
Bud missed a lot. Yeah, but he was missing a lot on when he first showed. Sean. He was missing a lot when he fought Sean, missing a lot on the 1-2. Hell yeah, he was missing a lot.
Man, bro, get out of here.
Hey man, shout out to Ant Kid for that $5 super. Hold on, y'all. Shout out to Ant Kid for that $5 super chat. He said Glizzy was Brooke the same after he fought Triple G using your logic. We can say the same for Spence past 4 Ws. I guess Algieri was the same fighting Spence. Good point.
Look, I don't take nothing from Bud. You heard me? Anything y'all, any logics or whatever y'all come with that's truthful and that makes sense that y'all can back, I agree 100% with it. You feel me? But my thing is, Bud, the fight I saw, Porter was getting the best of him in the first rounds. It was a pretty evenly matched fight. You feel me? Until those late rounds, I'd say what, the 9th, 10th round. He started cooking. He started getting hot in the 8th round. Started getting hot to me in the 8th round. You feel me? He can't do that against Errol, man. He could come in there playing. Talking about he gonna get hot in the 8th round. He gonna be sleeping. He gonna be sleeping.
Hold on, y'all. Let me go out to World for you live on the chat with the Black Picasso. Holla, bro.
Yo. What's the vibes? What's the vibe, fellas?
What's popping, man? You enjoy your B-Day weekend?
Yes, sir, man. Yo, shout out to you, man. You a blossoming star out here, man. You got dudes going to bat for you out here, son. Going hard for you, E-Thrills.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate each and every one of my subs, man. Go ahead and cook, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to be back to you, man. Get well, my boy. And as far as like, yo, can this fight get any bigger? Nah, man. I feel like these dudes missed out on money because this COVID shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit fucked up a lot of the money, you know what I'm saying? So these dudes got to take that into effect, and we might go through some other shit. You don't know what's going to happen. These games are getting canceled, so, like, what are we waiting for? You know what I'm saying? As far as that.
Hell of a point.
So, I mean, I got a lot more to say right now. You know, I just wanted to join in on the discussion, so I'm going to just, ad-lib when I'm going to get in where I fit in, you heard?
Okay. Hey, yo, T's boxing spot. I see you trying to tap in, bro, but for some reason, your shit just showing up blank. So I'm not sure if you got to log out and come back in, but it's not letting me put you on. Just FYI. But go ahead, AB. I remember you was trying to say something. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I forgot what I was saying. I'm just gonna throw it off on this Errol Spence fanerism over here. I just don't understand.
The man said
I swear I don't understand it.
Accurate, man.
I swear I don't understand it. Like when Bud starts slow and he get punched and then even though he knock him out, you can't do that with Errol.
Yo, I want to add to that though, man. I remember I was working that night, man, and one of these dudes, these Spence fans, he had like a little fight live channel, whatever them drinks is called. And the way he was rocking for Porter all night, I thought my boy was taking the L until the knockout happened. And then I go watch the fight for my damn self, and I see my boy really was controlling the whole fight. Like, I don't know what y'all was watching. My boy was controlling the whole fight.
I'm saying
the whole fight.
I agree. I had it
finally,
man.
Finally. There we go.
There you go. Hey, yo, Jay Cooley. He said, yo, this shit is hilarious. Emotional. Y'all niggas 20 deep on the panel hating on Earl. Hey, man. Bring your ass on the panel. You always talking shit from the comments.
Jay Cooley.
Bring your ass on here.
Hey, bro.
Go ahead, T. My man, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, let me make a quick point, man.
Go ahead, Mosquito Spray. Now I'm going to go to T.
Yeah, as far as the level of these fighters, you know what I'm saying? How we talk about indisputable proof. You look at Terrence Crawford. You got guys like Shakur Stevenson, Jamel Herring, Steven Nelson, even the youngster Keyshawn Davis that just came out the Olympics. All these guys are in Crawford's camp. Amir Khan, wanting to learn from the best, want to be around the best. Who the hell? Why ain't nobody going to Dallas to go to Derrick James' gym to see what they're teaching over there? How they're so great over there? Why? If that was the case, you know what I'm saying? And it's happened with other fighters. The Mayweathers. I'm sorry, AB, but Canelo, you know what I'm saying? Guys coming in to see how they do things to get better. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't say nothing.
But you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to Dallas, you know what I'm saying, to see what Errol Spence got coming up out of there. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason for that, man. It's a reason for that.
Could it be his lack of dedication? Mosquito spray?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, T. Go ahead and cook, bro.
Yeah, man. So to shout out to Cooley for saying we all Carl Thomas emotional up in here. Cooley.
Hey, General Big Fish, bring your ass on, man. Where you at? Go ahead, T. My bad.
You look at my channel. I have a video on there that's 2 years old where I did a prediction about Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, and I actually I spoke very highly of Spence as a fighter. All right, no one on here is hating on Spence as a fighter, saying that he doesn't have any skills, because like I've said before, if that were the case, this wouldn't be a mega fight, it'd be a mismatch, right? We just want to see the fight, man. And us calling him out for things that he said that could hinder public perception of Bud, that could potentially derail the fight, because when someone that has the type of influence that Spence does over a state as big as Texas, when you start saying shit like the guy that wants me the baddest ain't really worth it, and people start running with that narrative and believing it, the fans themselves start, basically, they inadvertently divert casual interest away from it, because now a lot of people who support Spence are going to say, well, shit, why do we need to see this fight? Well, fuck it, man. This nigga ain't fought nobody. Who's Mean Machine? Who's Kell Brook after Spence beat him? Et cetera, et cetera. We don't need this fight. Fuck it. Man, he can fight Boots to prove himself. Meanwhile, man, we can let Spence do whatever the hell he wants, and we don't need to see these two fight, because like Spence said, he ain't proven nothing. He ain't did nothing. He's a nobody. That's not how you sell a fight. You don't promote a mega fight by getting out there and shitting all over the guy's accomplishments. You understand? Even Mayweather didn't do that to Pac. Mayweather was just like, hey, I'll wire you 40 million and you need to take a blood test and we can make this happen. Yep. It didn't happen in that a lot of time frame. We know why. You know, so it's a totally different situation where you have a guy over 4 years at every turn discounting this man's accomplishments. That's why the luster has been lost from the fight. You know, like I said, nobody's on here saying we hate Spence. Shit, if we hated him, we wouldn't want to see the fight.
I hate him. I want to see him get his ass whooped. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. It's a mismatch. You can say mega fight. You can say mega fight. Spence ain't accomplished shit yet. It's a mismatch. Bud gonna stop that dude in 8 rounds, and people gonna say, "Wow."
I got it. I got it in between. I got it by stoppage in between the 10th and 11th round.
I got 8 because he too flat-footed and he don't move. He gonna be there. He there to get hit, and he ain't gonna be able to put Bud. That's gonna be the worst thing he can try to do.
What?
He try to get up in that kitchen.
Hey, yo, hold on, y'all. General Big Fish is in the building. Go ahead.
Go ahead, sir.
Man, who the hell talking about flat-footed? Who said that?
Oh, it was me, General Sir.
That was AB, man. That's AB.
He dropped out.
Man, I think he dropped out. Go ahead, y'all. My bad. Click back on that link, man.
Yeah. But you know, like I said, man, it's fans gotta look, man. If you want the fight, you gotta clamor for it. Bottom line. If that's the fight we want to see, as fans, we have the power to put the pressure on these guys and make it happen. You know, us sitting back and arguing about purse splits, Yellow Beezy, pay-per-view numbers.
Yellow Beezy.
hey, Yellow Beezy said, dog, you gay, man. No. He said, that's my brother.
He said, that's my brother.
That's my brother. but all jokes aside, man, you know, what we really want ultimately, man, is just to see these two square off, you know, because that's when we're going to know who the best is. You know, I think we need to clamor for it and continue to clamor for it and continue to put pressure on the fight, you know, because that supply and demand, everyone wants to talk about business. Well, as fans, if we demand it, they'll have no choice but to grant it, you know. So why can't we just do that? Why do I feel like there's two separate narratives here? You got one side that's saying, hey, we just want to see the fight. Then you got another side calling us idiots, saying we don't understand the business of boxing. Well, last time I checked, as a fight fan who's not a promoter or the manager for a promotional entity, it's not my job to consider that. That's not my business to consider that. That's between Al Heyman, whoever Crawford's working with, his management team, and Errol Spence is the A side to make this happen. All I need to do is put the demand out there that, hey, this is what I want to see, you know, and this is what we should be seeing. And like I said, this isn't just a Spence problem. This is a PBC problem in general, because we saw it from 3 separate fighters. Them niggas would have been happy fighting each other for the next decade. They could have just ran matches back, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and Keith Thurman, and been in their own little wheelhouse and not allowed anyone else in. You know, so we've seen this before. De La Hoya did the same thing with Floyd and put all these crazy stipulations against him. You know, the man was literally fighting an uphill battle. And then once Floyd took the crown, what did he do? He adopted the same behavior. When Canelo learned this shit from Floyd and he became the man, what did Canelo do? He started dictating the same way. So really, it's a problem within the culture of boxing. Now, the PBC is arguably the most known promotional entity or platform. So naturally, it's going to hit a little harder when they adopt the culture. But this is across the whole sport, you know, and it's something that is allowed to happen essentially because we as fans allow it. And we got to stop that, man. Like I said, if we want the best to fight the best, this is what we need to be clamoring for. And we had made a fuss earlier when Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, and Sean Porter were doing this. Errol Spence could have had those belts 3 years prior to where we're at now, and then we could have already seen the Bud and Spence fight or been putting pressure out there earlier to see it. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah,
I digress.
Hey, yo, General Big Fish. Yo, General Big Fish. That nigga, I don't know where that nigga. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, I don't.
Hey,
think...
I'm having
Oh,
technical difficulties. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead, bro. Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Yo.
Hey, Cooley, you said I'm playing both sides and I'm a sucker? Hey.
Go ahead, Big Fish. Yo, Big Fish.
Something going on with my audio. It's like it's tripping. So I'm gonna go ahead and log out because something going on with my audio.
Hey, Cooley, I was trying to be nice, man, but since you called me a sucker, bring your punk ass on the live, man, and come chat with us. Bitch.
Damn.
This nigga over here hiding behind a female's picture, you sucker ass faggot. Get your bitch ass on here and come chat. I'm fighting your life, my nigga, so you can come chat. And I'll beat that ass for real if you got that type of issue.
See, come on, man. You gotta chill out, bro. Come on, man.
I digress.
Yeah. Jay Cooley just, you know, he like the troll and shit. Yeah, he ain't gonna come on, bro.
He probably 12.
Yeah, one thing I can say is that if that fight doesn't happen in 2022, it's gonna start decreasing in value because the highest point was Bud beating Sean Porter. Who else is Bud supposed to beat to hype this up more? It has to happen in 2022, though. We don't have much time to waste, you know. As it pertains to Ugas now, the only thing I disagree with that other guy said is that Ugas, even if Ugas didn't beat Pacquiao, he would still have a chance. People would still give him a chance. A lot of people thought he actually beat Sean Porter. And not only like boxing fans, but other boxers. People thought Sean Porter lost that fight. And some people actually thought Sean Porter lost that fight definitively. So to sit and Ugas has beaten people with more reach than Errol. So to use only the reach as an angle, that's not enough. Like Ugas is like the other guy, even the guy before that said, Ugas is from the Cuban boxing school. Ugas is not a joke. I really think that, especially considering that Errol is coming off of the retina tear and whatever, You really think that Ugas will not be aiming for that eye? If I was Ugas, I would aim for that eye. I would aim for that eye 120%. So now we're seeing that Errol has a clear weakness that Ugas will try to exploit. So it can spell a serious disaster. Though it's not going to make any sense to overlook Ugas. I'll be in ring. But that's my take on it.
Yeah,
hey, yo, hold on, fellas. Shout out to Soldier Boy 82 for the super chat. He said Errol Spence Jr. also said during that drunken news conference, who has Terrence Bud Crawford beat that has a better record than Chris Algieri? Yeah, we just hey yo, Soldier Boy, that nigga do a cartwheel a couple of weekends ago. That nigga got hit so hard, he did a cartwheel. Appreciate this.
God damn.
Man, that nigga age well. Go ahead, y'all. Oh shit. That nigga did a cartwheel.
Yeah, man. It's Spence, man. Like I said, it would be a damn disaster, like my man Django say, man. And he could easily be the one taking a knee, quitting. You know what I'm saying? Because of that eye. You know, them start creeping in his head. Where I want to be able to play with my kids. You know, with both my eyes and things like that. I want to be for my family. Because outside of the ring, these guys do have lives. You know, from the human side. So if his eye ain't right, that could easily end the fight. You know. We just don't know. And then also with that, the inactivity, this guy's fought twice in the last 30 months, man. And it's already been over a year since he fought Danny Garcia. So it's gonna be some ring rust. We don't know what kind of Errol Spence is gonna step in this ring, man. And then how hard it is for him to make the weight. You know what I'm saying at this point? You know, it's a number of factors, a number of what ifs, and we don't know, man. And when it all come to a head, man, he could find himself on the wrong end of the decision, or possibly a stoppage because of his eye. We just have to see.
Hey, Mosquito Spray, do you even think he's gonna be able to make it through this camp with that eye injury? I don't know.
Yeah, ain't they saying like he's still not letting people even hit his eye yet or whatever? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what Io said. Shout out to Io TBA. I think that's what he said.
Wait, what did he say?
Yeah,
he said that he's not even letting people hit him in that eye. Like he's wearing a certain, like I guess, headgear to protect his eye.
Oh,
Thriller.
Yeah, who that?
I got a quick question for you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
So this whole situation with Blu-ray, man, if you guys don't mind me asking about this, what the hell? So did he hire a different strength and conditioning coach now?
Yeah, you ain't seen that video of I don't know the dude name. It's a white dude and a white woman. They are his strength and conditioning coach.
Not Black Power.
And and then nutritionist. I can post the video in my link whenever I.
Not the Black Power Coalition. Then go over there right there.
You ain't seen that shit, T?
What the? I heard about it.
No more, bro. Yeah, that shit popped up on my YouTube the other day. It was like a 3-5 minute video.
I've been so involved with my crypto stuff right now, man. I didn't get a chance to look at it, but I heard about it, and I didn't know if it was fully true or not. But why is he venturing away from Blu-ray like this?
I asked that question earlier. Sound like to me
Why
he don't want
not?
to do the work.
Oh, wow.
Yep, that's what I was thinking too. Blu-ray be working the shit out of his ass in there.
I heard Earl
Blu-ray
say,
be putting it on him.
you do 700 push-ups in 30 minutes. That nigga don't want to do that shit.
700.
That shit's hard to motherfucker.
That's what Earl said.
He better. I tell you right now, he better be with Blu-ray if he has any hope of beating Crawford, because that's damn, man. We're not gonna get the best version of him.
He had him for the Manny Pacquiao camp though. That's the part I don't get. Like why?
I don't get this.
From that? But hey, it's on him. Hey, yo, General Big Fish.
What's up, Thriller?
Shit was popping, bro. Go ahead, pop your shit.
I'm just listening to the show, man. I really don't have nothing to say too much. I've been having technical difficulties, so when I hear something crazy, I'm gonna jump in.
Oh, okay. But let me ask y'all this, man. How do y'all feel about this Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios fight?
Oh, man.
If Keith Thurman lose to Mario Barrios.
Yeah.
How y'all feel about it? We gonna start with mosquito spray. Then we're gonna work our way around.
Yeah, Barrios did say he's outgoing 40, so he might be even stronger at 47. You know, he is a volume puncher, got decent pop. Hell, we saw what happened with Thurman when he got embarrassed by Josito Lopez and almost stopped. He might get stopped by Barrios. Thurman ass, man, that dude done been out the ring so long, man. It ain't even respectable no more with him halfway. You know, I won't be surprised if he get beat by Barrios. Thurman just need to go away. He won't be a champion. And I mean, I don't know what he think he's gonna do. Yeah, it's just a mess, man. I don't know. He's gonna come collect a couple checks or what. I don't know what his goal is, man. He has to know he's not gonna be competitive with any of the champions right now. I don't know what they're gonna do. I wouldn't be surprised if Barrios beat. I really wouldn't.
Okay, let me ask World Free. Same question to you, bro. How you feel about Thurman versus Barrios?
Yo, man, that shit should be on Telemundo for free, man. I'm not even talking about it over here, man. What we talking about? That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Okay.
Got people paying for this fight, man. Crazy.
Hey, yo, Zango, man, how do you feel about Thurman versus Barrios? Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, Zango, how you feel about Barrios versus Thurman? Go ahead.
Okay. Didn't Barrios get knocked out by Tank?
Yes, sir.
So okay. Anyway, for Keith now, if Keith doesn't come in and take out Barrios quick, fast, and in a hurry, he's gonna get written off. It doesn't matter if he fights Barrios. No, it matters if he takes out his head, put him to sleep experts in the first 5 rounds, because Tank did, and Tank is much smaller. Okay, and this is Keith one-time Thurman. Did he get one time because of his power? Okay, exactly. And this is only way to get any redemption. But the thing about it is, I don't think that Keith is gonna do well at all. Keith doesn't do well off of a layoff. I mean, Josecito Lopez, there's still a meme of Keith getting that punch straight in the face. That meme still exists, and obviously Pacquiao saw that and decided and exploited that. He was like, okay, definitely Keith is not the same guy as before. I'm gonna jump on this right now. And that's what he did. So we know definitely Keith doesn't come off well off of a layoff. And I don't think Mario Barrios is the person. I think this is an opportunity for Mario Barrios to prove himself. Like, I really think that this is his one shot to just to break out. I think that's what it is. But I want to give Keith the benefit of the doubt. I want to say that he'll win. But fuck Keith, man. Fuck Keith, man.
Okay. All right, AB, how do you feel, man? Same question to you. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, like my G World Free said, hey, this shit should be on Telemundo. We shouldn't be talking about this shit because we don't know what Keith Thurman gonna look like after this layoff, and Barrios just got beat by Tank at 140. Now he going to 147. What are we talking about here?
Okay. Let me go out to T. How do you feel about it, bro?
Well, basically, they can entice me. There's nothing better than being in a good ass fight. Let me stop, man. Keith, man. I gotta say, man, I'm disappointed in Keith, man. I was a huge Keith Thurman fan when he first hit the scene. I had a lot of hope in Keith, man, and I just don't think Keith has the hunger anymore, man. Like Zango said, if he doesn't go in there and stop, I'm gonna be even more strict. If he doesn't go in there and take Barrios' head off in the first 3 rounds, man, he needs to retire. A part of me still wants to like Keith, but I almost feel like that baby mom who keeps cheating on nonstop. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, he ain't gonna do it again. And girl, okay, I'll take him back. And then next thing you know, it's curtains. And that's what Keith does. He does that shit to us as fans, man. He gets our hopes up and then he just lets us down hard, man. So I'm like Zango, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, man, but I don't trust Keith anymore, man. I saw how he held up the division for 2 years. Barrios, and here's the scary thing about this. What if the reason Barrios got stopped at 140 is simply because he overstayed his welcome at the weight class? What if the move up is exactly the medicine he needs, and then he goes in there and whips Keith's ass? That, I mean,
yeah,
I don't know, man. I got to give it 50-50, my brother.
Okay, General Big Fish, how do you feel about the Thurman Barrios fight?
This is a classic tune-up fight. I think this man is entitled to give this fight to us. Well, I shouldn't say give it to us because we really don't want to see it. But he can't just come back and get in the ring with a killer like that. So I think it's going to be a good exhibition, showcase for Keith Thurman. He should knock him out in the later rounds, but if he don't, then that'll be even better because he need the rounds under his belt. But I'm more interested to see who's going to give him a shot after, he kind of played the role of denying people shots. But I don't think that he held up the vision like T was saying like that. He was fighting the guys that deserved the shots. Back at that time, everybody was wanting to see him fight Errol Spence, but Errol Spence wasn't really in line for that shot yet. He was jumping the gun, in my opinion. So I hear a lot of animosity that's thrown towards Keith Thurman's way, but that boy was an exciting fighter, and he fought the best that was out there in front of him, with the exception of Errol Spence. So, I'm excited to see him come back and see what he can do. That's just another name in the hat for us to watch.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the fight myself, just to see how Keith come back and look. But as far as that shit being on pay-per-view, of course, everybody on this panel gonna stream that shit. We ain't buying that fucking fight. But I just find it ironic. I just kind of find it ironic that Keith is so willing and able to face a 140-pounder moving up to 147, but whenever Bud Crawford moved from 140 to 147, oh, the boy ain't did nothing yet. Oh, he got to prove himself. Oh,
come on, we already know what it is now.
Shit, right? So that's what my video gonna be about whenever I drop that bitch tomorrow. So just make sure y'all be on the lookout for this shit. I just kind of find that strange. I'm just saying, maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm reaching.
I'm just already know what it is.
Yeah, I think
man. He did Terrence dirty, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah,
I'm still drop the video though.
Completely.
Yo, you know what I feel like?
Yeah, do that.
I feel like these dudes been in the circuit. Oh, my bad. Now I was saying these dudes been in the circus. They know about each other for a long time, man. You heard? So it's like they know each other's reps. So it's like they know who to stay away from. You know what I'm saying? They know dudes' temperaments, and they know the vibes. So they know Bud didn't matter where he was coming from. Nah, that's not a kid I want to mess with. That's the dude who almost beat up Sean Porter's pops in the hallway. Yeah, nah, I ain't trying to fuck with him.
Yeah, that shit crazy. I can read that story, bro. God,
hey, that's kind of what they saying about Ennis right now, right? That's the new guy everybody want to stay away from, huh? So what I'm calling for is for that Crawford and Ennis fight. I want to see that.
Here we go.
There you go.
Wow.
What y'all think about that? Why is nobody begging it? Why nobody not calling Crawford out now? Like, hey, Crawford, go.
Hey, sir. Good sir.
You ain't been looking around. There's all kind of videos on that shit. You ain't been looking around, my brother.
General Big Fish. I'll tell you right now, I can send proof. I can send proof of posts that I've done where I actually said, if we can't get this Spence fight made for whatever reason, fuck it. Fight Ennis. If he can beat Ennis, move up, beat Charlo at 154, take Charlo's belts, be undefeated, four division weight world champion, and undisputed at 2 different weight classes, he automatically surpasses Earl in legacy, in my opinion. He can retire.
He already surpassed him.
Well,
I wholeheartedly agree with you, buddy. That's what I. T, can I?
Oh yeah. You go ahead. I'll put myself on mute.
Nah, T, I was wanting to just ask you another question, or just kind of agreeing with you on that. I'm like, why keep harping on somebody who obviously is not wanting to fight you for whatever reason it is? He's not the only guy out there to, put a stamp on your Hall of Fame career. So why not move on to like, I like what you just said. Honestly, it ain't no hating or no slick talk. Like, I want to see him prove himself. Like, I really, in my opinion, I haven't respected the fighters that I've seen him face. They're good fighters, but I don't think anybody has a Hall of Fame resume that he's beaten. They haven't.
Yeah, now Porter made a came
Terrence
out, so you
Crawford,
one
you
of them.
can't name one Hall of Famer. I want to hear somebody name a Hall of Famer that Terrence Crawford has beat right now. Anybody
We can
can
say
name
the
somebody.
same shit about Errol Spence. What Hall of Famer has he beat?
That's what I'm saying.
No, don't throw
No,
Errol
we
Spence.
talking about Hall of Famers. I mean,
You want to go? Let's do that.
Let's go.
I'm gonna answer a question with a question.
Is not a Hall
my
of
bad.
Famer.
I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead. You asked me, T. I'm sorry, T.
Hey, I'm
Oh
telling
no,
you.
it's all good. It's all good.
I can beat you. Yeah, I was talking. Yeah, I was asking T that I know what y'all gonna say. I've heard this before. You're gonna deflect and bring Errol Spence into the conversation. I'm specifically talking about Terrence Crawford, nobody else, not Errol Spence, not Mike Tyson, not Roy Jones Jr. Who has? We'll go to Errol Spence next, but right now I want to know T, who has Terrence Crawford beat that is going to the Hall of Fame, that they are in the Hall of Fame right now.
Sean Porter. Sean Porter, I believe, will absolutely go to the Hall of Fame. And here's why. Number one, he's a two-time world champion. Number two, every loss that he had was close. You know, he was never the guy, you know, to just get decisively fucked up by anyone. All of his, even his fight with Crawford was a good one. You know, now if you really look at that fight with the fine-tooth comb and a close eye, Bud did a lot of good stuff in that fight. But, you know, we got to keep in mind, you know, for the guys who were saying Bud missed a lot, missed that in the third, that's just a testament to Porter's talent, head movement, angles, athleticism, footwork, foot speed, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that's the Hall of Famer that both Spence and Crawford will have in common, because they share two common opponents in Kell Brook and Sean Porter. And let's be honest, those two fighters from both of their resumes beats everyone else on their resume.
Yeah, I gotta put some respect on Brooks' name.
Yeah,
but you gotta put. Listen,
yeah, but
basically,
at the same time, there's a reason that Amir Khan and
but T, you know what? T, you know what? I'm sorry, T. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you know what?
No, you fine.
You know who Ray J is? You know that song he got out? I don't know if this is appropriate for this show. He hit it first. So Errol Spence hit it first. So I think that's a bigger feather in our cap, T.
Well, you know what? I mean, that there's definitely an argument to be made for that. But I mean, but then the problem with that is that the argument can go both ways. And Zango pointed this out earlier. We got to remember here, if we're going to use their common opponents, let's keep in mind the way that Kell Brook was beaten was ultimately due to lack of stamina due to a weight drain. Now, I hate to say that because it was a damn good fight, and I do think Kell Brook is elite. But we have to keep in mind here that he went up 2 weight classes, took a brutal beating, came back down 2 weight classes, didn't make a pit stop at 154, jumped right in there at 147 with the killer and Spence, and he threw caution into the wind and went balls to the wall. Now, when he went up against Crawford, he had surgery again. He had a chance to heal himself. He came off of 3 victories and arguably a tough fight. His last fight at 154, only dropped down 1 weight class, and in my opinion, from a speed and agility perspective, looked a lot sharper against Crawford. Was able to time him a lot better than he did Spence. Was able to work off of his 1-2 and his jab a lot better. He just got caught. And we can't even say it's because Kell Brook's shot, because everyone's getting stopped by Crawford that gets in the ring with them. So it's one of those things like people used to say about a Floyd or a Pacquiao. Is there really any shame to losing to this guy? You know, it's almost like Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence are now the new Floyd and Manny of the division. So is there any shame? Does it mean that he was shot when everyone else has lost to Crawford? So that's something that we have to look at with that, right? I think the version that we got of Kell Brook against Terrence Crawford and against Errol Spence were damn near equal for different reasons. Okay. Then enter Sean Porter. That was a barn burner, man. And to be honest, I think physically the fight with Keith Thurman and Sean Porter was tougher on Porter than the fight with Errol Spence Jr. When he got knocked down by Spence, he didn't even touch his glove touched the ground. Literally. I just watched the fight the other day and was like, damn, if the ref didn't see that, like the Ugas knockdown, the fight would have just continued. And notice something. When he got knocked down against Spence and his glove touched the canvas, what did he do body language wise? He looked past the ref and said, come on. Let's go.
But I'm sorry to interrupt you, but he also looked like Jamie Foxx when he played Wanda for a second too. He was out on his feet for a second.
Well, yeah,
he was out.
Yeah, he did.
That boy was looking into space, man. He caught.
Well, you know what?
No.
No, you're right. I'm not disagreeing with you, but we also got to keep in mind he caught him when Porter had his eyes closed in the pocket, throwing a wild shot in the middle of him throwing the shot. But that doesn't take away from the fact that he had him doing the shenane. So we got to keep that in mind as well. That's not a mute point. But his recovery was almost instantaneous from it, and he didn't recover instantly from what Bud did to him. Now, we also got to keep in mind here that when Bud was asked about the stoppage in the ring, someone in the chat said Sean Porter isn't Hall of Fame worthy, hell of a fighter, but nah. What's your take on that?
Hold on, y'all. It's also people, shout out to B-Mac and a couple of others that said Ricky Burns is potentially a Hall of Famer. To that you say what, T?
Yeah,
Ricky Burns?
Ricky Burns. They say Ricky Burns.
Ricky Burns, you know what? Out of the UK guys, he's one of the standouts. I'd have to say Ricky Burns. I'd have to say Kell Brook is a standout from the UK.
I feel like you don't pay Amir Khan. I think you don't.
Amir Khan too.
Yeah,
Amir Khan too.
That's a big name in it.
A Hall of Famer or just standouts?
What'd you say, sir?
The question that I wanted you to answer is specifically is how many Hall of Famers has turned not honorable mention, not standouts, bona fide Hall of Famers.
Honestly, I as it stands right now, the edge will go to Spence because Mikey Garcia will likely go to the Hall of Fame from accolades.
Yep.
I can't lie about that.
Stop.
My fucking whip like that.
Listen.
They don't respect. I'm sorry, Tease. Let me get this one real quick. Let me make this point. Spence did Mikey Garcia so bad that people just think he's trash. Refer to him as he's trash now. But before that fight, people were saying that he's a 4-division champion. He's already in the Hall of Fame. If he beats Spence, it just
so Triple G got credit for stretching out Kell Brook.
He's crazy for
trying to spice shit. Now I want to say something here. All right. Do I give?
We ain't talking about Kell Brook.
It's the same thing. Two weight classes.
I want to say something real quick because I see where this is gonna go. All right. When I say that Mikey Garcia is a Hall of Fame fighter or potential Hall of Fame candidate, I'm saying that based off of his accolades. Okay. My personal opinion about the fight is that he had no business going in there with Errol Spence.
No.
All right. None whatsoever. Okay. And I've said that on videos. I said it in posts. I didn't agree with the fight. Spence is arguably the toughest guy at 147, and Mikey didn't even fight a tough guy at 140, and immediately jumped the gun, went up 2 weight classes. Oh, go ahead, brother.
I wanted to add to what you were saying. I don't think Mikey Garcia would have beaten Sean Porter or even Keith Thurman or Terrence Crawford. I don't think he would have beaten any of. He had literally had no business going up to 147 or Danny Garcia. He had no business going to 147 at all. Like no. He wouldn't have beaten Kell Brook either.
Hell no. Kell Brook would have been like, yeah. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? Mikey Garcia, basically, I have these chocolate brownies for you, fresh out of the cookie. Yeah, wait until I get my hands on you, boy. Right here.
Hey, man, how long did it take you to get that shit down, bro?
Man, you know what, bro?
Well, you calling us
I'll be honest, bro. I saw the Kell Brook press conference with Errol Spence, and I immediately got it down, man. As soon as I saw, I was so dumb, bro. And he looked at Spence and said, "They said, Kell, you know, it's been a while since we've seen you throw right hands in practice. Anything to say about that?" And he said, "Basically, I've because chocolate brownies, I've been saving them for Errol Spence, and I want to give them fresh to him, undamaged, crisp." Moist, fresh out of the cooker, and Earl just went off, man, and was like, "We talking about this chocolate brownie mess, man," and I was sold, man, from there, and I don't know, it just came to me, man. So
yeah, that nigga had Earl hot. I remember.
Hey, E Thriller. He said, "Hey, Earl did an interview and he said, man, I was in the UK, man, and eating at restaurants. He was like." And for dessert, they were bringing out free chocolate brownies.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Hey, shout out to Poncho P for that $10 super chat. He said, "If Crawford hasn't fought any big names, then neither has Spence."
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, like I said, the Mikey Garcia name, for namesake, yeah, it's a good name, but like me and Zango both said, bro, he had no. Listen, man, I don't even think Mikey Garcia would have been able to beat Diego Chavez or Mean Machine. I don't. I mean, you're talking about. I mean, both of those guys are tough fighters.
Hey, but you.
Hey, yo, Big Fish, it sounds like your mic going out, bro.
Yeah.
Big Fish, your mic going out. Repeat what you said.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, we hear you.
Big Fish.
Okay, my bad. I was saying.
Damn, man.
Man, your shit fucking up, bro.
My son in the booties.
Big Fish. You might have to log out and come back in, bro.
Hey, yo, what about a tennis racket?
Trying to go back to the left.
Hey, E Thriller.
Yeah.
So Jay Cooley jumped back on and said, "Y'all don't want to give Earl credit for shit. That's the problem." What's your take on that, E Thriller?
Man, I think Jay Cooley be trolling, bro. I mean, I be telling that nigga to come on. He came on one time, bro. It seemed like he don't be wanting that smoke. So I ain't about to beg a nigga to come on now.
Hey, Jay Cooley.
Link in the chat.
So let me say this to you, Jay Cooley, real quick. All jokes aside, all fucking around aside, I'll just keep it straight, straight serious with Jay Cooley on this one. I don't want people to get it twisted, man. I think Spence has accomplished quite a bit, man. He beat Danny Garcia. He beat Sean Porter. If you want to throw Mikey Garcia in that mix, you can. But if I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not biased. If Terrence Crawford would have beat Mikey Garcia, I would have said the same shit. Like, come on, man. Like, he had no business. I would have been looking at Crawford side-eyed if he would have took that fight and knocked out Mikey, because we all know how that fight would have ended. So me saying that Mikey Garcia had no business at 147, you gotta really listen to what we're saying here, man. Zango and me both said he had no business at the weight class in general, and that he couldn't have beaten any of those guys. That's not a slight at Spence. That's Mikey had no business doing what he was doing. No one said that Errol Spence Jr. didn't deserve credit for beating Sean Porter. No one said that Errol Spence Jr. didn't deserve credit for beating Kell Brook. But if you're going to discredit Bud Crawford for beating him, then we have to point out the fact that he came off of a serious eye injury against the fucking middleweight at 160, came down 2 weight classes, jumped in there with the goddamn elite fighter in Spence with no tune-up, and then turned around and was arguably a better version of himself against Crawford. That is not fan bias. That is common fucking sense.
Yep.
Period.
Good point.
Yo,
Hey,
my
fellas,
man
man, we've been
KB
on here for
hey.
about 2.5 hours, man. We need to wrap this bitch up, man. Closing thoughts. I'm going to go to you first, AB. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was about to dip in the way. It was a pleasure. Spence going to get his ass whooped by Ugas. Bud need to go and go to 154. Like I said, the fight ain't going to never happen. Y'all have a good evening.
All right, you too, man. Closing thoughts. Thank you. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, my closing thoughts. I'm just tired of this back and forth. I just think the fight needs to happen in 2022. If the fight doesn't happen in 2022, then I agree with just go up to 154. Just go up to 154 and finish with that. Or just retire. It might not happen if it doesn't happen in 2022. That's it.
Already, I feel you. I'm going out to you, T. Closing thoughts, bro.
I'm pretty much with Zango, man. You know, it's getting to a point now. We just need to see the fight happen. And like I said, man, if Crawford can't get that fight made, go up there. If you can beat Charlo, take his belts, and then the namesake. Like I said, Crawford already has a Hall of Fame career accolade-wise. But at that point, not only will he have that, he beats Charlo at 154, takes those belts, and becomes undisputed at 2 weight classes. There's nothing Spence can do to surpass him outside of beating Canelo and taking all of his belts. So I want to see Crawford get his flowers, man. He deserves it, you know, and I can see what's going on here, man. There's been an angry mob formed against the man, and, you know, people don't want to see him shine, you know. So hopefully we can make that happen for him as fans and do what we need to do to demand this thing, man, so that we can make this shit happen already.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, T. Let me go out to General Big Fish. Closing thoughts.
Yeah, I just want to finish up what I was saying earlier about we've agreed that Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence have only had one Hall of Famer on their resume, and Spence has only had 27 fights, and Crawford's had 39. So I want to leave it on that note to, you know, kind of let everybody know what trash resume y'all boy got that y'all swear is the greatest boxer to walk in the year 2022.
Oh, shit.
So he is garbage certified. T, thank you for confirming that for me. He still has work to do.
Good Lord,
have anointed him. I wish B-Mac was on here. I want to shout out Big B-Mac for later on when I talk to him later. I know he would frown and groan right now when I say this, but we kind of agreed that Terrence Crawford is the B side and Errol Spence is the A side. If he was on here, he'll say no, he don't. But I'ma just say, yeah, he do. He really know that we need that 80-20 when it do come about. So I'm gonna end it on that note. And y'all have a great night. Big Fish. General Big Fish.
General Big Fish.
Earl Spence, the Big Fish. Have a good night. You hear the
all right, World Free, man. Closing thoughts. Go ahead, bro.
Yo, man. Yeah, man. I just want to shout out the panel, man. It's good to be on the panel and hear dudes that are knowledgeable about the game. You know what I'm saying? Instead of on some super fanboy shit. Even if we're opposing, like, it's still not on no super fanboy shit. And I appreciate that. Because these other dudes be sounding like suckers. And I got an attitude problem. Sometimes I feel like slapping these niggas through the phone. So I appreciate the panel.
Already World Free. Going out to my big bro, Mosquito Spray. Closing thoughts.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on E3, man. If y'all haven't, man, subscribe, hit that like notification, subscribe to my channel. It's growing, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
taking
sir.
over this thing. And man, you know, let's see what happened in this fight, man. And just for the record, I showed you early E3. I got my Cuban flag in the mail today. You know what I'm saying? I will be draped in it on fight night. You know what I'm saying? And let's go Ugas. If this want to pull the whole shit, let's see if the whole shit happen to him. You know, we'll just see how it go. That's all I got. Y'all take it light now.
Hey, man, I appreciate everybody for tapping in on the panel, man. I appreciate everybody for getting in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream on the playback, man. Drop a comment below. Hit that like button. Please hit that like button. Shout out to everybody that sent me cash apps and the super chats. And just like that, we gone. Holla.